And we are live, guys. Thanks for everybody coming on in. We already have a few people already in this house. We got Barden, Mr. Adam in the house. What's going on? Tyson, what's going on? And today we have some cool guests and we have some cool new faces. So let's go around the table. Who do we have? We got Bearded Life Joe hanging out. How you doing, buddy?
Dude, I'm not new. I'm always here.
I know, but I'm just saying we're going around whose faces.
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Nervous as can be for Sunday, but besides that, I'm good to go.
Yeah, we'll get to that, guys. We got some really cool excitement about that. So we got Tevin. What's going on, Purposely Bearded?
I'm just having a ball today. I'm ready.
Yeah, it's Friday.
I'm sorry. Whose TV am I hearing?
Somebody's.
It's Kylie.
And now we know.
Really? Oh.
Oh, now.
She's got her beer and she's got the TV. There we go.
I didn't.
Kylie's like, wait a minute. I have to pay attention to this stuff. I thought I just had to show up. What's wrong with you guys?
Yeah, right.
I didn't think you could hear it for the headphone mic.
Yeah.
Sensitive.
I'm sorry, Kevin. You were saying?
I don't think I was saying anything other than pointing Kylie out.
Yep, there's Kylie. And then so we have Kylie Reviews as one of our guests tonight. What's going on, Kylie?
It's pretty good. It's Friday. I got a beer. You can't ask for anything better than that.
There you go. Right on. And then we have my buddy. Everybody knows this guy, the comb breaker himself. He is
Thanos is in the building.
Who is this? Is Johnny Grooms. What's going on, Johnny?
Hey, how you doing? I'm glad to be part of this and just hanging out with you guys this Friday. And hopefully it'll be a good night.
I think so.
Johnny, you would splinter this thing, dude. You would splinter it, okay? It bends just by me putting a little pressure on it.
Oh, yeah,
Johnny would probably crumble this thing in his palm.
And
no effort either. He just.
We got jolly old fat man in the house. We got Bam. What's going on, Bam? How are you?
Hey, Kylie, Bam said you never sent your address.
I forgot. I forgot.
Speaking of Bam, I got some cool stuff from Bam today. Something I was waiting on.
Let's talk about that a little bit. What is cool this week? I think I saw a cool review from Mr. Joe today. Tell us about it.
Oh, I didn't have any reviews today. My brother's been MIA.
Unboxing, right? Unboxing?
Yeah. My brother's been MIA, so I'm about to kick him off, and I'm going to do split screen reviews with Johnny. He just doesn't know it yet.
You guys can do. He can do shavers, and you can do some beard oil, right?
Bam sent me out some stuff. All right. So first, where is it? Yeah, here we go. The Melikaliki Maca, if I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
Combo came from Strickland.
What's going on, Chris?
You changed the label on that?
Karisi Masu. There we go. I was saying it wrong.
That's not.
I was like, I'm not going that blind. I know what that is.
I was one of the Christmases. Okay, I had the wrong one. It's the frog one. That's awesome. The samurai frog one. Okay. And then he sent me Donner.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And then he sent me Bam.
I love Bam.
Bam.
Which smells, Tevin, right or wrong, Jolly Rancher the whole way.
Jolly Rancher.
Jolly Rancher. Thank you. Jolly Rancher the whole way, dude. As soon as Sam smelled it, she was like, that's mine, Dad. It's not yours. That's a Jolly Rancher. It's mine. And I was like, all right, well, I guess 1 out of 4 ain't bad. I get to keep the rest of them, so we'll work with that. And then the one I was really, really waiting on, that was Vixen.
With the pasties.
Nice.
So
that's
was
one of your
pretty
furries out there.
That was very cool. Bam always hooks me up. And we also had one from American Beard Co.
Oh, tell us about that one.
I don't know much yet, dude. I just got it. What do you want? You want a full breakdown right now?
No, I mean, for what is it? How did they reach it? Did they reach out to you, or?
It was a mutual decision, kind of. We had talked before, and then he had kind of hinted at the idea that he wanted to send me some stuff, but never said anything. And then he just kind of messaged me and was like, hey, how would you feel if I sent you out some stuff? And I was like, cool. He was like, pick something. I picked something. He said, not that one. I said, how about you just send me whatever you want to send me? How's that sound? So that was the end of that. So he sent me Nocturnal, which is a cologne scent. It's nice. Kind of reminds me of Cool Water. That's just me, though. That's what I'm getting from it.
Nice. I like Cool Water.
He also sent me out the comb that I think Johnny would obliterate.
I like that comb. It looks cute. It's like all small and compact.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm just Johnny. You can't ever even pick the thing up because I'm pretty sure it would snap just from you holding it. So don't ever come near my comb, okay?
I won't touch the comb, man.
True story. I broke a comb trying to see if Johnny would be able to break it. Like I was sitting there messing with it, and then it went snap, and I was like, "Oh man, I wasn't trying to do that, but it happened."
Yeah.
So what do you got going on, Tevin?
I just dropped a review today for the Wild Swine Grooming Company's Mr. Hyde's Ride. That's a collaboration between Miner's Beard and the Wild Swine Grooming Company. Miner's Beard did the Jekyll Experience, which I did on Tuesday. Then I dropped the review today for Mr. Hyde's Ride. And nothing has came in the mail interesting recently. I've kind of slowed down on the beard mail, just trying to start planning on what I'm going to do with the channel and what I want to review next, because I have so many options.
That's no fun. Don't plan. Just run with it. Just go.
Just run with it. I got to have some kind of plan. Most of my reviews are impromptu. I got to
I like them.
Johnny, do you have a plan, Johnny?
No, I don't have a plan. That's why I have all that here. I plan to review half of this eventually.
There's no plan. You just run with things. Whatever comes out of it is what comes out of it. Maybe that's why I haven't gotten any bigger than I am. Maybe now I know why I suck. Maybe I should plan. It's a good idea, Tevin. It's a good thought.
Tyson the Chipmunk is on my wife's shoulder right now. That's where the chipmunk is right now.
I told you that chipmunk was staying, dude.
What's the story about the chipmunk? I missed this one.
Okay.
I was
So
part of that one.
my wife goes hiking, right? She goes hiking pretty much every weekend. And on her, it was like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, she's on the trail and she sees a stray cat in the middle of the woods. It was bizarre to her to see a cat in the middle of the woods. So the cat ran across, and as she was going, I don't know, she looked down. She saw this little chipmunk that was kind of tore up, but he was still alive. And he was like, fighting for his little life or whatever. So she scooped him up, and she brought him over to the pet store, which PetSmart, I think it's called. Yeah, it has a vet that's attached to it. And they look at it and they're like, oh, okay, he's banged up, but he'll be all right. He's got a broken leg. It's really broken. So she brought him home, and the chipmunk has been here ever since. His leg is really jacked up. He needs an amputation, but they won't do it. There's no feeling in it, and it doesn't move or anything like that. It's just, it kind of just like is there. But he still like runs around, jumps, climbs, and like he's normal. He's gained a lot of weight so far. He's a baby, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been going on live on Instagram feeding him. I forgot today. Totally forgot to feed the damn thing today. Because last night she was feeding him seeds and stuff, and she's like, I was like, oh, good, he's graduated to hard food. I don't have to feed him. Totally, just it was a one-off thing that he was eating that last night, and he needed his milk. We feed him puppy milk supplement formula. It comes in a can. You mix it with what? Yeah, it is what it is, So, and a little syringe, and that's how he eats. So, I totally forgot to feed him today. When she came home, she says, "Did you feed Alvin?" I'm like, "No." I said, "Wasn't he eating like seeds and shit yesterday?" And she's like, "Yeah, but like he still needs to have that." And I'm like, "Well, no, I didn't feed him, so he didn't eat the whole day. I feel bad now." Damn chipmunk.
Just so everyone knows, the day that this chipmunk came into Johnny's life, he was all, this thing is not staying. We're not keeping it. It's going back out there.
Yeah.
At this point, Alvin sounds like he's part of the family and ain't going nowhere.
It sounds like he's hand-fed.
Yeah, no, he is.
Yeah.
You don't see her Instagram because she has it on private, but she put it on Instagram. Like, it's on her shoulder, and she's feeding it. while it's standing there. And it's putting it away in his cheeks. She's feeding it. Then it goes to her other shoulder, and she's like, "Here you go." And like, so it's definitely going to be part of a member of the family. So
Now, I'm just curious, Johnny. Do you feel like your wife interrupted the circle of life?
When I saw the leg, I said, you know what, maybe you should let nature take its course on this one. Because, the leg's bummed, broken. What happens if necrosis I don't know if necrosis sets in on animals like it does humans. Because if you break your arm and it dies, and you have a dead arm and you do nothing about it to get it amputated, it's going to spread throughout your body and eventually it's going to poison and kill you. So, like, could that happen to the chipmunk? I'm over here worrying about if this is going to happen to the chipmunk, but I don't know. I guess I think it's fine. I have no idea. I review beer products. That's it.
That's my thing. Yeah. So the guy who breaks combs is feeding this little poor chipmunk seeds and milk.
Oh yeah, the chipmunk would. I would like protect the chipmunk over a human any day. That's
why.
Yeah, exactly. I'm more of an animal lover than a people lover, like by far.
Especially some people.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. So Tevin, you got that's going on. You know what? I like your videos. I like your son being in them. He's cute as hell, man. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, you just never know what he's going to say. And I thought I was bad. I have to question whether I should say something. He don't care.
That's the beauty of kids.
That is.
Listen,
Caden,
I think Sam has tried to edit sometimes when she's going to say something bad, but you can't hide her reaction when she smells something.
Yeah.
And she'll, oh, yeah, that's nice. Like, Sam, it's too late, Sam. You tried, but it's way too late, sweetheart. They saw your face. They know you don't like it. And she's like, I don't want the company to be mad at me. I'm like, they're not going to get mad. It's fine. It was okay. Like, you disliking the product gets as many views as me liking it, so it's okay. It's fine.
So Bam had the privilege of witnessing one of my lives early on, probably about a year ago. Well, maybe a little bit less than this, 7-8 months ago. And so we're opening this box from a local company, and Caden opens it up and goes, "Smells like ointment." I'm like, that's not what they were going for. They were not going for ointment.
At least he's honest. Kids are honest. That's the best part.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's so true.
Yeah, it's actually what kind of made me connect to Bam, actually, because that's what started the Caden's Kitchen. Yeah.
Bam, you're right, brother. She did not care for Donner, and you saw it. She tried to cover it up because it's Bam, and she loves Bam, and she never wants to hurt Bam's feelings, but she did not care for the Donner one, and she just kind of looked at me, and she was like, "You might like this."
I so saw that. I was like, good. You know what she has the etiquette. She's like, hell no. She's just like, I may not like this, but you might. It's a grown-up thing to say.
No, and you know what? I mean, I even talked to Bam after, and like you said, Donner is going to be one that some people love and some people aren't too hot on. And I knew from the first sniff, I'm like, this is not something my daughter likes. She likes the sweeter scents and things like that. This was a smokier kind of thing. It was not her. But God love her, she was doing all she could not to make Bam mad at her. Like, that was him the concern here.
The difference between scents. My son thinks everything smells like a blue sucker, blue tasty ice cream. I mean, every single one, regardless of what it is.
Mm.
Oh, no, Sam is well-versed at this point. She now she'll start opening up beard oils, and she's like, I think I smell some leather, a little cherry. Daddy, I think there's tobacco in here too. And I'm like, all right, you want to take over the review? You good? I'll just go down there. Listen, I'll just take the free stuff, and you can go ahead and whatever. Here, do your thing. I'll just take the product when it comes in. I get to keep it at least. You can review it. It's fine. They like you better than me, anyways. It's okay.
Yeah, that's the comments that I always get as well. Like, Caden's really good, and you're his dad.
Yeah, doesn't that hurt?
Good job, Dad.
I once asked, should I rename my channel or something? And they were like, yeah, Sammy Cakes and Two Guys.
Exactly. That's where Bam came up with his scent. Yep. The Two Jesters, right?
Yep, yeah. We're the Jesters. She runs the show. It's there. That's it.
It's awesome. So, what does Kylie have on her plate?
Are you talking about like what I just ate or like YouTube?
Well,
wise?
you can say that. You can say what you ate, but what do you got on your? What do you got going on for reviews or?
I just dropped one yesterday. It wasn't beard products. It was the shampoo and conditioner from Chesapeake from Jade, the Jade line.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Oh
awesome.
yeah, that's right. Jade line. Yeah.
I don't have a plan. I'm very impromptu on my reviews. I have
Thank
time.
you.
I'm going to do some. So I filmed 2 reviews. So I'm going to wait a little bit before I post that second one, but that one is going to be a review for Ferocious.
Oh, cool.
How was the Jade line?
I like it. You definitely, like I said it in my video, you'll have to use conditioner because if not, your hair will get very naughty. The
Okay.
conditioner.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if Johnny has that problem, but
I don't know if Joe has that problem.
I was thinking for my daughter. Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, okay. Hey, if you want to use Jade, you go right ahead, man. I don't judge, man.
Kids first in this place.
Thank you. I mean, I
But-
shave. I mean, my hair is long right now. This is long. Okay, it's getting
long?
shaved tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, that's long, dude.
But my boyfriend, he used it last night just to shampoo because he don't like conditioner. And like 5 minutes out of the shower, he's like, "My hair's soft. I like this stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, don't use it all. That one's mine."
Yeah.
See, now you gotta feel what we feel when the women steal our beard oils. There you go.
I don't
Yeah.
have
But I
that
buy
problem.
them. They're mine anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. So in your situation, you can steal whatever the hell you want. Sam doesn't buy nothing though, and she steals all my stuff. So where does
I can say that my wife has never stolen a beard product except for one, and that was like a sea salt rose
Oh,
water
dude,
spray.
swag.
But she hasn't really taken anything else. She doesn't.
No.
She doesn't really like the scent of anything. Like
No,
there's only
okay.
one
I
beard
hear.
oil that she likes, and it's from Beard Justice, and it's the oh crap, Freaky Tales from Beard Justice. It's supposed
Right.
to smell like a Versace Eros cologne.
Yeah, okay.
It actually does smell exactly like it, without it costing $80 a bottle. So
Isn't that nice? Especially when you find like a Creed one and it's like dead on, and
Oh,
Creed's like
yeah.
$400 a bottle.
it's like
That's nice.
stupid expensive, and then you get a freaking Beard Justice, and it's so much cheaper. But that's the only beard oil that she likes
Oh wow.
out of all the ones that I have. I even have 2 shelves upstairs worth more of beard oils, and she doesn't like any of them.
True
I don't know,
story.
could you not?
True story.
Yeah.
Mike over at Chronic sent us the munchies. Okay, it has been here for months now, and I have not gotten to wear it once because anytime I try to, my daughter yells at me and says that is her stuff, not mine,
Wow.
and I didn't ask her permission before I went to use it.
I mean, it's a really good smelling oil. The Munchies is amazing. I have it right
I know. I'm not allowed to use it though,
See, here's Munchies right here. If my
And
camera
Mike-
works.
and it's Mike's fault because Mike sent a note with it and said, "Sammy, I hope you let your dad use it." And she was like, "See, so it's mine, not yours. Therefore, I don't have to let you use anything."
Cake
Oh,
batter
yeah,
ice
right.
cream. That's what this
Yes.
is. Cake batter ice
Cake
cream.
batter ice cream. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Speaking of food, I think that Mr. Swag has some
Delicious.
stuff. Have you guys seen these pictures? I love smoked food, and he's showing that new Traeger off. Oh,
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
yeah, I'm a big Traeger fan. It's so good. So smoked food's so good.
I don't have a smoker. I should get one though.
Nah,
They're fun.
I can't do smoke. No barbecue, no smoked meat. No.
Really? And where are you
Yeah,
from?
from?
Like my house in the summertime, that's all we do is barbecue.
Yeah, where are
I'm
you
from-
from?
Florida.
North Florida.
They don't let you. You just don't like to do that.
I don't like the taste of it. I don't even eat I'll eat from a grill, but not charcoal. It has to be gas.
Charcoal's like the best flavor. Wow.
Yeah.
Even when I was eating meat, because I don't eat meat anymore. When I was eating meat, I used to grill all the time, and it had to be charcoal. Couldn't be that. It couldn't be propane. It had to be charcoal.
Yeah, he'll post some more for us. I'll tell you that. I'm a big foodie, so watching people have my passion for cooking on a grill, especially. I have one of those tri grills where I have an offset smoker. I have the barbecue part. I actually have, and it also has a just a gas grill when I want to cook something quick. I love the thing, but yeah, you have to be kind of in the mood to smoke. But in here in Arizona, you have to like spring. During the summer, it's like so hot to go out because it's like a a small thing is
Dude, it's
6
hot
hours.
today. Johnny, is it this hot by you right now, Johnny?
Yeah, it's hot as hell outside.
Ridiculous, dude.
Shit.
Ridiculous. It's only
What do
friggin' May.
Yeah.
I told the kids, "You want to play outside?" They're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right, if you start to sweat and you get hot, come back inside. You know, don't stay playing out there and getting all messed up because like."
I went
Yeah, it was
outside for a cigarette before. I think I lost 10 pounds just walking out the front door.
I'm so happy I
Insanity.
do this in the basement because the basement's at least 20 degrees colder.
No, dude, my room's like a dungeon. I swear to God, it's 110 degrees in here. It's like some kind of torture chamber.
Oh no! Oh no!
I
You need
have
a
the
fan.
coldest room in the house.
Do you? That's nice. Is that
That's
so?
not nice.
Is that not nice? Oh, okay.
No, like my parents are like going through menopause, so they're, oh my gosh, the AC has to be all the way down. I'm sitting here like 3 blankets, and it's summertime in Florida.
That's awesome. I don't know what your problem is. I love the cold.
The
I
thing
am
is,
such a cold weather guy.
Me too.
The reason
I'm
why
from
the cold is
Florida. I
better.
am built small.
the reason why cold is better is because you can always layer up. Once
Thank
you're
you,
hot,
Johnny.
you
Yes.
can't. You can only peel off so many layers of clothes. You're still hot. You can't
See, I
rip
think-
your skin off. You know.
But I think this is an
Absolutely
unfair
right.
thing for
Absolutely
us
right.
because women can walk around in a bathing suit all day if they want to. Nobody's going to say a word. We're all just going to be quiet and accept that. If I walk around in my underwear, somebody's going to have an issue with this here. So
No, I mean, if it's hot, that's how I am. If it's hot, that's it. It's wife beater and boxers, and you're gonna have to deal with that. Neighbors already know. Like when I come outside to bring the trash can out, that's me. Sorry. You know what you gonna do? You know what I mean?
I get you.
Well,
my
I'm not saying I'd rather be hot. That I'm the same way. I'm always cold, but you can always put more on. You can only take so much off and still not be arrested. But it's comfort too. I don't.
you
wanna
won't get
be
arrested.
under-
I guarantee you won't get. You might get like a warning, like, "Hey, you got to go inside." I would get arrested if I walked outside naked. They just come lock my ass up. You'll probably just get like a, "Hey, young lady, you got to go back inside, okay?" Slowly though, please.
You get inside.
I don't know if the Florida Man news hits y'all, but the Florida Man with the "I eat ass" sticker, yeah, that came from my county, my town.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, we do get arrested for stupid stuff. Have y'all heard about that one?
No, I haven't, but
That
it
one-
sounds
Oh,
crazy. I
boy.
was just thinking of some guy with a sticker. What's tell us?
Yeah, it wasn't even the original guy. Yeah, that was also a big debate in my small county. That's what we do. Why did he get arrested? This one should have got arrested, but yeah, we made news. It almost went to Supreme Court. All kinds of fun stuff. You should Google it.
For sure.
Oh, for a bumper sticker?
Lake City, Florida. I eat ass. Yeah.
2020. I mean, you eat what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Well, technically it was 2019, but
Oh, okay.
It
All
should
right.
not be a motto. We're not starting that.
That's
Not going
craziness.
there.
That's how you get
Not
corona.
doing it. Not doing it.
Not
My
gonna
daughter
go
can
there.
walk in at any moment. I'm not going there.
So they also tagged him with the toilet paper shortage. They tagged him like, "Hey, does that sticker still stand?"
Oh goodness.
Santa's going streaking.
What?
Bam.
No.
We're going streaking.
He said Santa's going streaking. Hey.
Santa's going streaking.
That
Yeah,
should be a
man.
How many drinks have you had tonight? Exactly.
I think he's had enough for all of us in this room.
that should be a label, a summertime label, a Santa with a blurred square, like a naked Santa with a blurred
He's like
square.
running with the
The
hat
Santa
on.
Street.
Yeah, yeah. called
Off
the
season.
streaker.
There's the
I don't
off
know what
season.
the scent profile would be, but
Yeah.
there
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go, Bam. A free idea.
Too many images in my head. I think of them very highly. I don't. No.
Next
No.
time,
I mean, good
That
thing.
image is burned in my mind.
Next time,
The
No.
only
Bam's
image-
call, a video call from Bam, he's gonna be like, you know what? Can I just call you normal? Do we have to do this through video? Like,
Goodness. So what do you got going on, Johnny?
I just did the review for Beer Vitality. I think it's like one of the only. I think there's only 2 reviews online for the Beer Vitality.
amazing.
Yeah, it's such a good. It's such a good product.
Oh my gosh.
Was that a whisper from some like? Oh, look at thatness!
Oh, so good. Which one
Is
do you
it
have,
really-
Johnny?
I have the Irish Blue. Irish
Dude,
Blue
So good.
is like right now my 3rd favorite fragrance of 2020. Irish
That's
Blue.
awesome.
It's insanity. Like
Yeah.
just insane.
Do you
Yeah,
know
I
what
think
I
it's like-
hate? Go ahead.
It's one of
I
those
can't-
scents that invokes a memory to me also, because when I do my top fragrances, right, I don't do them just because they smell good. Like, for them to be in my top fragrance, list, they have to invoke a feeling or a memory in me or whatever. So when I smell this, it instantly brings me to every morning, because every morning my daughter has oatmeal with blueberries in it, and it smells it's almost exactly the same. It's the blueberry oatmeal that my daughter eats every morning, and my wife, sometimes she has it every morning. Not sometimes every morning, but pretty much every morning she has it, unless she's running late.
I know what you're talking about. I know
But
what you're
it's a
talking
staple fragrance in my house. So like having this is like, that's like, smell it every day. And now that I have it in beard, I have it in beard now. Beard is so soft. It's amazing.
You want a ridiculously soft beard? Use the ultra conditioner.
Yeah.
At
That's what I said in my
nighttime.
video. Yeah.
Get out of the shower, and then throw Vitality in.
Yeah. That's what I
and
did. That's what I did.
ridiculous.
My beard right now is it's like, oh, it's so soft right now.
Yeah, it's insanity. It really is.
Do you know what I hate is the fact that I have just waited to buy Chesapeake.
And
I
there's
bought.
Chesapeake's free commercial, courtesy of me and Johnny Grooms.
I know. I've seen so many of these reviews lately, and I'm like, I've waited a long time to get on his stuff, and I bought that the oil from Aria for that cherry
Oh yeah,
oil.
I have all of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have the oil, the first oil he did. So then that's really awesome. And then I just kind of I moved on to different reviews, and we thought, I'll go back to these bigger companies, someday. And now that I've gotten Chesapeake, my son picks up he just got the vanilla leather, the Calvary blend.
Okay.
He'll just pick it up, sniff it, and go, yes, and then put it back. That's it.
Poe.
That's what I
dude.
do with the Irish Blue.
Poe is
I can't-
amazing. Poe is quickly climbing my ranks.
I freaking tried to buy Poe butter, but it was sold out. And then
So
after I bought the mixtape butter instead, and as soon as I placed the order for the mixtape butter and it got shipped, then Poe came back into stock. I was like, God damn it! I'm not spending another fucking $20 on no.
You mean this thing?
It's gonna have to
Okay.
wait. Yeah.
This
What
thing?
were you gonna say, Kylie?
I want y'all's opinion because I do get the blueberry oatmeal, but it also smells like blueberry muffins, the Irish Blue.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I get
Absolutely.
muffins, yeah.
Chris thought I was crazy. He's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It
No,
smells like
I
fresh
mean-
blueberry muffins to an extent.
Yeah.
We
But
make
yeah,
blueberry muffins all the time, and you're absolutely right.
I mean, I have a muffin top for a
Oh my
reason.
God. She's not
I
going to
love-
stop texting me. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. My daughter is bugging me because she wants ice cream.
That sounds
Just
like
tell
my
her,
daughter.
go get ice cream. Like, you're old enough. Go to the freezer, get the ice cream.
She's
Have fun.
asking me if it's okay.
It's
Yes.
Friday night. Get
It's
ice cream.
okay.
You want ice cream? Go get ice cream. Friday night.
Yes, it's okay.
It
Yeah, I
happens
hear you.
in every live stream. Every live stream I do, Sam comes busting in, and everybody's like, "Hey, Sam," and she's like, "Hi, can I have ice cream?" Can you just go get the ice cream?
My daughter
At
does
least
that too. She goes, I want water. I want orange juice. I'm like, you can go get it yourself. What are you asking me for? Like, I know you're 3. No,
I know you're 3.
You didn't punch me down the stairs, Chris.
she's 4. Yeah, she's 4. She's gonna. Yeah,
She's a big girl. She can go get her own.
she can get it. She climbs
She-
into the fridge because she's little. So
Oh, yeah.
then her whole body goes into the fridge to get the, and then she comes out like this. She doesn't spill anything. Very rare when she does, but it's funny. It's good to watch.
That's awesome. 4. I remember that age. That's such a fun age for kids.
Nobody pushed me down the stairs. Don't listen to Chris.
Where is purposely is Tevin? Where are you trying to get the ice cream? Is that the story? What's going on?
I lost. I got bedded by somebody.
When you
And I
gotta go,
took
you
it.
gotta go. You know, it's all right.
No, I really didn't. It was Dan's idea.
Well played, Tevin. Well played.
Well played.
You should watch my new video today, and that's why I did it.
Oh yes,
No one even commenting on his bathroom visit.
Yeah.
We didn't want it. If you
It
break
wasn't
the
a bathroom
stream,
visit.
listen, if
I'm
guys
gonna-
are in the middle of going and you break that stream, it's painful. I didn't want to interrupt the man. Let him do his thing real quick. Like, come on now.
I did not use the bathroom. Now I'm going to be haunted with that for the rest of my life.
we were like, well,
We all got a
okay.
thing. Joe's got his never-ending fucking staircase.
Oh my God.
You go to the
There's
bathroom.
15 steps. 15. That's it, Johnny.
It literally looks like it's like 5 flights of stairs. I thought you were in like an apartment building. or
Johnny,
something.
you are more than welcome. You live a half hour away. Come on down and count the damn stairs, okay?
I would do it, film it, and then loop myself going up those stairs like
Yes,
6
I know.
times.
Johnny would be like, Joe said I could use his bathroom. Hold on, I'm on my way. And it would just be the same thing running for a half hour until we got there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I had some topics today, and I thought we could start
Oh,
off
play, we're
with.
doing a show. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
were going to do some topics. We're going to hit a couple topics. So this is an interesting one that I've run into, and I've actually run into this one. And I have a really good live stream yesterday with Han Yockers, and it made me really think about the beard world and how much I think that are we in the beard world because we love the creators, the small batch?
Uh-oh.
Is that something we're really into, or is it that we just like the different scents and it doesn't matter where it comes from?
Dun, 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 dun.
So I'm wording it really nicely because I think that there's some
Oh, just say it.
implied.
Do you prefer drop ship or do you like small batch?
Or is it, well, that's the whole thing. It's not even do you prefer, is it do you
Do you
care? Or
We care.
I don't care where I get it. I like the new scents and that's all I'm into.
Tevin.
I don't care.
Tevin, what's up? What do you think about that one?
I'm still thinking about my bathroom visit and how much crap I'm going to be catching from it.
I've already mentally prepared something, and you're just gonna have to deal with it when I come out with it. So it's cool though. No, it comes from a
I
positive
personally don't.
place.
Yeah, that's what I'm after positivity. So definitely not a dig on companies or whatever.
No.
But
Go
I
ahead,
thought
Tevin, what
that
do you
this was-
think?
I ran into this. So I really ran into this. What do you think, Kylie? Have you run into this with your? And I know we've seen some of the people that have been calling others out, some of those videos, but have you run into any yourself?
Run into
The like drop
or-
ship, like a drop ship where you're like,
Uh-huh.
I think this was drop shipped.
Not really. Like I mean, so the companies I buy from are already small batch. They're known for small batch, or I mean, I don't go. This probably sounds really bad coming from a reviewer, but I don't look into it that much. I'm like, oh, this company, if it's good, if it works right, if it smells good, your beer hair don't fall out. Like, why are you going to bash the company due to how they do it? I mean, but yet, with that being said, and, if you do that, don't bash another company for not doing that, or vice versa, or, it's, if you want to do it that way, do it that way. If you don't, you don't. As long as your stuff's good, I'm okay with it. And this response was brought to you by Ultra.
Johnny Grooms. Johnny.
Well, all right. So I kind of feel like a little bit the same because I like. I mean, basically, I like what I like. I like certain fragrances, certain scents. Well, fragrances says the same thing. Do I? One of the things is like, do you know, like right off the bat, when you buy something, is it drop shipped or is it small batch? I mean, you don't really, unless you deep dive into that company, you're not really going to know, which is which. You know what I'm saying? So now that I know that a few companies that I didn't know were drop shipped from from one company, it's just one of those things I'm going to ask just for, my own knowledge. I mean, it's not going to, if I like the product, I like the product. But I do like to gear myself to purchasing more from the people that are putting in that wrench time and really putting that, getting in, down and dirty, creating their own things from scratch and all that stuff, versus buying a pre-made carrier oil and then just throwing their fragrance and their label on it. So like I kind of would like to support those companies over a dropship company if I knew a dropship company was an actual dropship company. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because like right off the bat, like you can look at a bottle of Lux or and beer gents, and there's nothing on them that are going to tell you that one of them could be a dropship company. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no, unless there is something that I just don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Yeah. I don't know. I like what I like. If I buy it and it feels good and it works well, okay. Would I rather give my money to someone who's actually putting in that wrench time and, just working their heart out and to build their own brand and it is their own stuff? Yeah. I would purchase more of that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's where I stand with it.
No, that's a good point of view, and it's okay. It was just it's.
Is it my turn?
It's a good discussion. I've been waiting. I know Joe's been waiting for this one, so yeah, let's hear yours. Let's hear it.
All right. So again, for the most part, let's be honest here. 90% of us wouldn't have known if a beard company was a dropship company until most recently when things got brought to the light and it got made to look negative. Now, where I stand on things is simple. And it's the same way with everything across the board for me. So I don't change my opinion here. The beautiful thing about not wanting to deal with that company is you don't have to buy from that company then. I don't see the need to go out and trash the company. You don't like dropship, you don't want to do that stuff, then don't buy that stuff. It's the same thing with, my channel. You don't like my channel, don't subscribe. It's that simple. You don't have to watch me then. It's really an easy process here. Now, for me, it's simple. If something feels good in beard, I like the way it smells, I know the products in it are good, I'm not going to stop saying it's a good product just because I found out now it's a dropship company. That doesn't change the quality of the product. It doesn't work that way. If it was a good product before you knew it was dropship, then it's still a good product. It doesn't change now. However, I do tend to agree with Johnny where I'm going to lean to spending my money more with the guys I know that are actually putting the work in. But I'm not going to sit here and badmouth a dropship company. That's just not going to happen. You're not going to see that from me. And if they're making a good product, I'm going to say, well, I mean, whatever. If they're putting out a good product, you know what I mean? It's a good product. And that's that. I don't see the need for going out there and having all these issues with it. Again, if you don't like dropship, that's fine. You're welcome to your opinion. Just don't buy from them, really. I'm sorry, what did Ryan write?
Yeah, it's good. It's actually really
my
good.
opinion. I personally think of guys that create everything themselves as artists in their craft. Dropship companies can have some good stuff, but listen, the reality is there are more dropship companies out there than you would like to know. The better part of the world at this point is a dropship damn company. And as the beard world grows, you're going to see more and more dropship companies. It's going to happen because that's the way of doing business right now. You can actually look it up. There are ways, there are literally step-by-step ways to start your own dropship company.
Oh yeah, you can grab a Shopify, and I started to do that with with like vape products and stuff like that. I had a store
Yeah.
and everything.
Yep.
And I just like I got too like overwhelmed with like my actual day job that I stopped the whole store and everything. But I did have a drop ship store. I did the whole freaking thing. Yeah. It was weird. Yeah.
It is interesting. So Barden. So this is how I found out that one of the companies that I'm looking at
Me too.
was Dropship, because when I did this to the ingredient list, it popped up 10 different companies. 10.
Yeah, and just so you know, I've done some more digging, and I'm in the same spot you are right now. So
Right.
Oh,
And
wow.
so it was very interesting because I was like, oh, wow. I was not prepared for that. I was thinking that, that it was just like some one-off companies out there. And I was surprised. I was very surprised, especially for how active this one company is in the community, actually. So I was a little surprised by it. Now, that being said, I'm going to follow Joe's lead with that. I am not going to bash the company. I'm going to do what I'm trying to figure out, honestly, as a review. Now that I know what I know, what do you say? Do you call it out, or
here's
do you
the thing. I think here's the number one thing for me when it comes to all this. There is a simple way to end the whole drop ship, small batch. I bought it and I didn't know it was a drop. Companies just need to be upfront about it. This is the way we operate. If there's complete 100% transparency, then nobody can get mad saying they didn't know. It's known. I mean, I can't remember the man's name, and Chef's not here to remind me, but the owner of Voodoo Men's Craft actually came out and said it on his very first time on Beard Manor that this was the way he operated.
Yep.
So when you do something like that, if people continue to buy from you, they're making the choice then to support your product, and that's that. I think the reason people get so angry is because they make these purchases and then find out later that it's done this certain way, and they don't like that, so they feel like they were lied to. So if you just use complete transparency, I think a lot of that goes away in a hurry.
So I think that we're to Dave's point. I think that is what Dave and community of people are saying, is they
Yes, we
feel lied to. Oh, got ice cream time. Got ice cream
No,
interruption.
no, she's just grabbing something. You gonna say hi to everybody?
To go kill Adrian.
That's fine.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can
gonna
go
get-
kill somebody afterwards. Say hi to
I'm gonna
everyone
get hit.
first.
I hit them with the shoe.
No, you can't hit me. You're not hitting people with your shoe.
I'm just going down the stairs.
This is not the kid world.
I'm
Exit.
gonna hit him with the shoe. You will die.
You will
Say
die.
hi to everyone.
You're gonna die.
They're gonna die.
Sammy get a haircut?
Yes, she did get a
She
haircut.
did. Yeah.
Good. It looks good.
They all said it looks good.
I gotta go kill
Listen, don't kill your cousin, please.
And Aiden? No
And if you do, just make sure you do it in a clean manner. I ain't cleaning nothing up.
No promises.
No problem.
I don't clean up blood spills.
Hydrogen peroxide, not bleach.
So what's interesting? So I don't know where I was at, but I was just thinking that was where kind of community was coming from on that side point, was they felt like if you're not,
That was good, Tyson.
what did he say? Oh, which one?
You put it up.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yep.
Master beard care.
Yeah, that's interesting to me.
Listen,
Call it
I get
Master
it.
Race
I
Beard
get
Care.
that. That's where the big thing is here.
Yeah.
Is that people found out that a few different companies all come from the Beard Care Club, right? That's
Right.
the big issue here, is that people think essentially it's the same exact product from all three of these guys. And again, if that's the way you feel, fine. Just don't buy any more of their products. Like, I don't know what else to tell you at this point. I don't see the need to keep dragging it on, though. It's there. That's it. This is what they do. You like them? That doesn't change the fact that you like their stuff. It's still the stuff. It works in your beard right? You don't like
Right.
them, or you didn't like them in the beginning,
mean-
guess what? Now you got another reason not to like them. There you go.
Go ahead, Kylie.
I mean, it with the dropship and so what I'm understanding, I'm still learning, what I'm understanding is they're saying, this company came up with it first and they're taking everything from that company. Am I right? Essentially.
Well, no,
There's-
drop shipping is using like pre-made and slapping their own label on it.
So yeah, basically,
Yeah, but
there's another.
wouldn't
Go ahead.
a company, you know, have to, like, there's a first company to come up with that.
Yeah, but they do.
Uh,
Yeah, they do.
Sorry.
They come up with
Ingredients list, right?
with the mixture
So-
and all that stuff in the formula for the oil, but they sell it as a white labeled bottle. So
Mhm.
they knowingly selling that to a company
Yes.
for them to slap their own label. It's a service
Yes.
for white labeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, you find out this company's the one that, if you're saying, you know, you believe it's going to be the same exact thing,
Mhm.
you like the ingredients, you just don't want to support how it's done. Couldn't you just go to that first company
Absolutely.
and support that company?
yeah,
since
you could,
they've
yeah.
Absolutely.
essentially done their
Well,
and-
research to the carrier roles.
And if you go
I mean,
check
that's-
out the
That's
The
my
Beard
take
Care
on it. If
Club-
you don't like,
if you go check them out, they got like 70 cent profiles, guys. They know what they're doing. They're doing this for a reason.
Yeah.
This was part of their business model, was to be a company where other ones could come to them and get supplied with their own product, basically, to just slap the labels on, go their own direction with things, and run with it. They knew what they were doing. So
Yeah.
it's all part of a business model here. There's nothing like illegal going on.
It's the
This
same thing
is
with
just-
Melon Pour soaps. Melon Pour soaps
I'm-
work the same way. Somebody makes
I'm not-
batches
I'm
and
not-
pounds of soap, and they sell it for you to repurpose that soap for your store or your own business.
That where your soap comes from, Johnny?
No, I have the line. I have the line and everything. I have a whole soap behind that door. Is my soap like making
Kylie, if you didn't know, Johnny's soap is like a mythical creature, okay? It's kind of like a unicorn and a minotaur and things like that. We've heard about it, right? No one's ever actually
It's not
experienced
mythical. This
this
is
soap.
it right here.
Sure, yeah, right.
This is it.
Okay. Yep.
So
I
Adam
learn
is kind
every
of
time
That's
I
my
see
beard
Johnny on a
bomb, too.
live stream.
you learn a little bit more about him. He loves chipmunks. He makes his own soap. He breaks combs.
Put that in my card.
He crushes. Last time I was in a live stream, I found out he demolished an apple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that thing was crazy. When he posted that, he was just like, "Gah, Apple dead. Don't make Johnny Hulk angry."
So actually, to Adam's point, I actually know a company in town that makes it for some barbershops. They have their own custom white label stuff that they make for a local barbershop. But it's this
Kevin
company, they
pisses
just
on
make it to
camera.
sell it. Oh no, Tevin.
I put it on my card. See, I have my own
I
card.
mean,
Kevin did
Johnny, again, this is all pointless here, sir. I'm sorry, I have to defer to Barbado Joe here. You can sit there and have all the cards you want, produce all the soap you want, whatever, until somebody actually physically has the soap in their presence beside you. It's just, it's just another
if
pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
if I send you my address, will you send me soap?
No.
I want soap.
You can send me your
I
address.
want some soap.
Maybe you'll get some soap.
Dude, wait a minute, time out. Kylie, no offense to you. If she gets that friggin' soap, Johnny, I'm not far from you.
Is this like the
Hey, go try
mythical?
to get
Is
the
this
soap.
like the mythical cookies from Metal Chef?
Yes, Sam still hasn't got. No, listen. If you're a company, you'll get your cookies. Anybody else? Poor Sam's been waiting months now. Still hasn't happened.
She was.
Wait, what? Did I miss the cookies?
No, Bearded
I
Metal
missed my
Chef.
Cookies.
Bearded Metal Chef, who's awesome and I love him, but I gotta bust his balls. He had a thing going for a long time where he was making cookies, and companies would be like, "Chef, send me some cookies. I'll send you some beard stuff." And this just kept happening. So then my daughter was like, "Well, I want cookies," and he was like, "Sure, what kind?" She still hasn't gotten her stuff yet. No cookies. But all the beard companies got their cookies real quick.
Yeah.
Prompt
I seen
delivery on
Tyson's
those cookies.
I want some of his cookies.
So in this instance,
did
Beard
y'all
Care
see-
Club.
Oh, sorry.
The Instagram post Tyson posted. I want some of those cookies.
I
Oh,
don't
did you
want to
dare?
put my hand anywhere near anything that Tyson's eating for fear that he might actually eat my hand.
Yeah.
By mistake.
You'll definitely.
If you
see
watch
that
that cookie
Tyson?
challenge, that thing was insanity. and Tyson is a damn machine. He's not real, okay? That's not a human being. That's a Terminator put on this earth to fool us all. That was scary.
Well, everybody
As calm as could be, just
that's how he was doing it. Everyone was talking, and they were all like laughing and whatever. And Tyson was just like, "Yep,
He had a mission. He was talking it up too at the beginning. He was like, "I'm going to beat you guys. I'm the Terminator right there."
I wonder how Sunday's gonna go.
So I personally, the way I eat pandas specifically, I'd lose the challenge because what I do is like you just gotta let it just melt in your mouth.
Oh, there's no time
before
for
you
that.
Eat it.
No, there's no time for
there's
that.
no time for
That's
that.
why I cannot eat them any other way. So I knew I'd fail. I mean, you can't just crunch on a panda. You lose all the great experience.
Now I want a
You're in
panda.
it to win it. You're not in it for the experience.
You're in it to win it. You're in it to win it.
This is
But
my
when you
snack for the
win-
night.
So is it Big
Bragging rights.
Is Sunday the Big Mac challenge? Is that the story?
Yes. Sunday is the big. No, this isn't just the Big Mac challenge. This is the Big Mac challenge. You're talking
Big
four
Macs.
Big Macs, 40 nuggets.
What?
I could
4
roll
Big
some
Macs, 40 nuggets. Now, here's what I'll say. I could easily take down the 40 nuggets. That's easy. That's not even hard, okay?
Right.
4 Big Macs
With
is a
honey
lot
mustard?
of bread, though.
Yeah, it's
So
all
they have to soak it
don't
in
be-
water and stuff?
No, I hope they're not nasty and do that. I was
Oh,
passionate
No,
about
why would you
that.
do that?
I think Tyson's gonna eat it straight up. I don't think he's gonna.
I think
soak it in
Tyson's going to
water.
eat the boxes and everything. Tyson's just going to take it all down.
I don't know if any. I know Tyson's watching.
He's
I
the
don't know if
human
anybody
chipmunk,
else
is what you're saying?
But what
Tyson and
what would be
beast.
a
Go
really
ahead,
good
Kylie.
strategy for it? Take all the bread off if you want to be nasty. Just let it soak in the water while you
Oh.
eat all the other stuff, and then drink it. That I'm just saying
No.
that's winning. It's nasty as hell, but
No.
they'll win it.
But
Well,
you'd
y'all were talking
win.
about not enjoying
wait,
pandas.
Wouldn't
Y'all were
that
talking about
also
in it to win it and not enjoying pandas.
wouldn't that also go counterproductive though? Because then the water would actually add to your feeling of full, wouldn't it? I've never understood that strategy because if I had to drink the water too, that's going to make me feel more full.
Because the bread gets soaked up. Gets
Tyson,
small.
you're always hungry.
Gets-
I watched you eat lunch with Mo the other day. It was scary.
So
It's okay, so here's
so
no water. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I ate 2 Big Macs, 40 nuggets in 11 minutes.
Oh,
I
it's
was
no
watching
water?
that one. No water. They're not allowed apparently.
Okay, see, some challenges you have to drink that glass of water because water actually makes you full as well.
Yeah.
Wait, they're not allowed
That's why
liquids.
I was saying
Someone's gonna
if-
choke to death.
That's what I was
They're
thinking.
gonna fucking die. You know.
Well, did you guys watch the Dan one where that guy Alex? I think it was Alex.
I thought he died.
Oh yeah, Beer Bento.
It looked bad. It looked pretty bad. I think
I
he
was
thought
like,
he was.
this guy's gonna die. Like,
I didn't.
But I'm sorry.
I didn't.
The
finish it.
funniest person during that whole challenge was Steve, Beards and Woods. Watching him the whole time, his facial reactions to everything had me dying the entire stream.
those eyes
It-
pop out of his head. He was like,
Yes. Oh my God.
that was funny.
I thought Mayor.
So is it bad?
Go ahead.
Is it bad? I think 2. I've been in 2 live streams with Steve, but I don't, or maybe 1, and like he was in the chat or something like that. But I don't even really know him. I was in a live stream, and I don't know nothing about him besides he's scared of birds, and that's it. And ice
Bird,
cream.
tweet, tweet,
Now
bird.
I know something about ice cream.
That's awesome.
That was the funniest thing ever. There's a bird. What kind of bird? I don't know. A tweet, tweet bird.
Tweet, tweet.
Hilarious. I don't think I've ever talked to him. I don't think I've ever talked to him either.
I talk to everybody.
I know.
Just about.
Yeah, that's a good thing, Joe. That's a
I've
good
tried.
thing.
I've tried to talk to Johnny. He never replied.
When?
Live stream. I was trying to chat
Oh, no.
and you just didn't reply. So I was like, oh,
Really?
I'm just, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So listen, there's a little known fact that Johnny doesn't want anybody else to know.
I don't recall.
But see, because Johnny can snap combs by just looking at him, and because he's got his vegan power and all that stuff, Johnny thinks he's better than the rest of us. It's really that simple. Okay?
No.
That's why he won't let us try his soaps. That's why he hoards them all.
Wait a minute.
Okay?
Which live stream were you trying to talk to me on?
The beard therapy.
You can't count beard therapy.
No, he's drunk.
Why?
Every beard therapy, I am trash, like unbelievably trash. Every beard therapy. I'm not even kidding.
Because you're already intimidating.
Oh, what's the Jersey style thing?
What?
Chris said Johnny is stuck up, Jersey style. Excuse me, sir. Don't come at Jersey boys the wrong way,
No,
Chris.
I mean-
all right.
No. You can't count beard therapy because beard therapy, I'm not all there. Like, I'm not.
But
I really am not.
There
Like,
was like
taking
there was,
shots
like
off to the
10
side.
15 people. It wasn't like the chat was blowing up.
It must have been beard therapy then.
Wait a minute. I will not stand for it. Beard therapy will only have like 10 people, but they're a loyal 10 people.
That's right. We have
Yeah.
we have
No, it wasn't.
core group.
We're like a cult following. We never miss therapy.
No, like I'm not saying. Like I was just saying it wasn't like you can't even get like a word in on some of these live streams.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Dan,
Oh.
you can't. Yeah, Dan.
I forgot his name. It was the other guy.
Cuba?
It was the one with the Mexican suckers.
Oh, Joe.
Joe. Yeah, he was replying and everything, and you're just
Well,
off in your own
yeah.
world.
Oh, Barber Joe.
Joe does that.
Joe
He's
does
good
a better
at,
job of watching the chat.
Yeah, he's good at watching the chat. And I'm just there, to just bounce ideas off and talk and stuff.
And break combs. Don't tell yourself
'Cause
so,
I don't-
Johnny.
Like, I don't really, have a few drinks during the week other than obviously Tuesday nights and Friday nights. So Tuesday and Friday nights are my drinking nights. So
I
Saturday,
drink like
Sunday.
twice a month.
broken
I
skull.
only drink like twice a month.
Stop. Why are you trying to rub it in my face, Johnny? That's messed up.
Let it focus. I want you to read it. Oh, it's so good. Such a good beer. Oh my god.
So
Ah,
Well, I only have 95 calories. How many calories do you have?
I don't know. I had a really really big Beyond Burger and a big load of fries. And I'm on my
Wait. You didn't have a burger. You had some weird plant-based thing. Okay,
Yeah,
first
it
of
was a
all.
burger. And it was really juicy too. Like I'm eating this thing and like the grease is coming down my hands. Like I remember like the days of old when I was eating fucking real burgers and stuff. It was like they made it. They
He
made it.
admitted it. He said real.
Beyond Burgers are good. I've had them.
They are good. Yeah,
They are
especially.
good.
Is it?
I got them from a restaurant. I
sounds
didn't
like-
get them from like Burger King or anything like that. The restaurant I got it from, they make them the way you're supposed to have them, and
In the garbage?
it's so good. Garbage.
No,
Tasting
I've had-
good.
Yeah, I like those. When I go out on some of my retreats, all my friends are vegan.
Tevin,
so
please
they're-
back me up here, sir, and tell them that there's only one way a burger should be eaten, and that's real
Yeah.
damn meat.
That's well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Like I'm burnt like a hockey puck.
Tevin's still recovering from his going to the bathroom break thing. So
No.
he's like,
Eddie
I
got
can't
Joe.
believe I did
Eddie
that
got-
on the stream.
No, I didn't. It didn't happen.
Was it number one? Was it number one or number two?
I sat on the toilet and I flushed the toilet just for a laugh, and now I'm doomed.
Listen, remember, you'd rather be remembered for something than nothing, so at least there's
Yeah.
something now.
I mean, Joe's brothers remember as the Pop-Tart sniffer. So every time.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's fine.
I'd rather be known as the Pop-Tart sniffer.
Listen, my brother was actually the person who said, in a review, he said this, no, what does this smell like? Well, you know that smell, that good old-fashioned pirate bar smell? And I was sitting in this chair next to him, and I just kind of stopped and went, the hell is he saying? And he's like, that good old-fashioned smell when you first walk into a pirate bar. And I'm like,
A pirate bar?
what the hell? What?
Like pirate, like with the hat and the
Like, oh, yeah, pirates, yeah. Yep.
Not the Pittsburgh.
Because the scent profile was the pirate.
Which pirate bar has he gone to?
That's what I asked them, okay?
What are you talking about pirate bar? Like, what do you mean?
He frequents them.
In fact, my biggest question to him was, when did you and Jack Sparrow start going out on the weekends exactly? I'm just curious.
Does he cosplay as a pirate like during the weekend?
No,
Is
he doesn't
gonna
do any of this
visit
stuff.
there?
The reality was the camera was on, we were recording, and he didn't know what the hell to say. So, pirate bar was the first thing that came to mind.
You know
You guys now know why he is my Ed McMahon and just goes, smells good,
Yes.
feels good.
I'd rather hear the odd comments. That's the best part.
I've told him that, but he gets made fun of and he gets all like weird about
It's
it.
you. You're the only one making fun of him.
I'm his big brother. Excuse me, sir. That is my job.
All of his life he had to hear that. Yes.
That's like when
Hey,
I have my
Yes.
when I have my kids smell a beard product, and I ask her, like my youngest, I asked her, "What does it smell like?" She looks about the entire room and she picks random objects in the room and she goes, "It smells like that." And I'm like, "Serious?" She's like, "Yeah, it smells like a towel." And I'm like, "Okay, we have to edit that out now. Thank you." Like when I was doing
Get the
the
towel
beard-
out of the room. Let's try this again. Okay, it smells like a picture.
Table.
when I was
So-
doing the beard wash battles, right? Which was a great series. I liked doing it. I had fun with her doing it. Every time I asked her, what does it smell like? She would say, it smells like your beard. I'm like, no, it doesn't smell like beard. It's not what I'm wearing. What are you talking about? Oh, it smells like soap. I'm like,
Hey, I gotta hop out. I gotta do what Tevin just did, but I'm not gonna do it on camera. So I'll be back.
Okay. Thank you for leaving the camera for that, by the way. It was nice of you.
Where?
He has. Tevin. Good times. You're with good company here, buddy. You're with
Don't
good
worry about it, bro. Everything passes over. I'll fall down the stairs or something tomorrow. Everybody forget about it. It'll be fine.
That's awesome. So,
You okay, Brack?
pirate bar gets me every time. It smells like.
I wish I could make it up, but all you got to do is go look up our badass beard care review and listen to my brother say that good old fashioned pirate bar smell.
I really want to know what he's talking about. Like, I get the Pop-Tart thing because I have Pop-Tarts. I opened up the
And he
pack
went and did the Pop Tart thing.
and I smelled it, and I'm like, okay, that's what he's talking about. I get
Wait,
that.
that's wrong. Johnny's immediate reaction was, Joe, what the hell is your brother talking about with the Pop Tart thing? And I was like, oh, Johnny, you're acting like I understand my brother any more than you do. Like, and then he went, nope, I tried it. There's a smell. He's
There is
right.
a smell. Yeah, there is a smell. But the pirate bar thing has really got me now. That's
Well, you'll have to ask him.
yeah.
good old.
I don't
pirate
think
bar.
I want to know.
I know. Is that some kind of like weird club thing? Like, you know,
Listen, to me, I was like, why would you say that? And he's like, well, I don't know. It's called the Pirate Bar and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but Nick, those bars couldn't have smelled good. Those guys were at seas for like months on end. Then they stagger into the bar. You got prostitutes over here. You got old beer over there. That place couldn't have smelled good, dude. Like,
you know what? Now my curiosity has me, and I have to Google this now and see what
Pirate bar.
a pirate bar is.
they're going to bring up the one from Bar Rescue with the people who were cosplaying like pirates.
That's exactly what he's gonna find. That's exactly what he's gonna find. Pirate bar rescue.
Yeah, bar rescue,
So,
pirate bar. Yeah.
There you go.
Well, the first one is Mutiny Pirate Bar and Island Grill in like fucking what state is that? I don't know.
North Carolina.
Yeah, no, this is not an old fashioned. You know what? I got to Google old fashioned pirate bar. That's what I have to Google.
Oh, I'm on top now. Look at that.
Hey.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I just had to grab more beer. I had to grab more beer and my phone was dying, so I just plugged it in the meantime.
That's all right, man. I was like, I'll be right
You know,
back. And I grabbed another.
Apple problems.
I was like, wow, she's quick. She's in, she's out.
You were timing her?
I thought that was pretty quick. I was like, wow, she just dropped off and went in.
Now wait, I'm sorry. So you were timing Kylie, but we didn't notice that Tevin was doing this either?
Well, Tevin brought himself with him to the bathroom, you know?
I'm having problems hearing. Is this me? Or I couldn't hear anything
we
you
hear
said,
you.
Joe.
Can everybody else hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah.
I can't hear him.
I
Uh-oh.
can't hear him.
You can't
Uh-oh.
hear
Pop
Joe?
back out and then come
Hold
back
on.
in.
Yeah, that's
Johnny's in shock right now because I'm the loudest person on any live stream and she can't hear me.
I mean, I hear
Try
Joe
again?
Why
Why
that
that my window.
Talk again. Talk again. Can you get it?
You know, you're usually telling me to shut up. Now you're telling me to talk.
Okay.
Make up your mind here.
She's got it.
I have to have my headphones in or it gives awful feedback.
Yes.
So I don't know what happened. So
Headphones are the best, especially the Apple iPhones that come with the phone.
No, those are good.
I used to have a station head radio
They
station,
can't be good. They came with an Apple product.
and that was the preferred headphones.
Came with an Apple product, though. Can't be good.
but it's good until you need to charge your phone at the same time, and that's what the problem I'm having. I have like
That is a problem.
I have that same problem because I have the C adapter on the new Note 10, and if I have to charge on like the last time I was on beer therapy, I was like, you know, not the last time, the time before that when they kept me on for 8 hours, I was like, guys, my phone's gonna die, and I gotta charge my phone, and they were like, so just charge it. I'm like, it doesn't work that way. I can't let the headphones in and the charger.
hold on, I'm disappearing. I'm gonna see if I can use one of them flat laying down chargers, standing up, and see if it'll do that while I have a
Oh
headphones
yeah,
in.
if you get a wireless charger and you prop it up, it'll charge. You just gotta
Okay,
get
I'll
it
be-
right in the right spot of the phone.
I'll be right
That's what I
back
have.
and hope I can do that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're going to see no more Kylie.
Have you heard
She's all
from
right.
Megan?
She'll be all right. She'll manage.
Yeah, she'll figure it out.
All right.
So let's see. What else do we got going on? So my other topic was another fun one.
That's right. This all started with a topic. How did we wind up where we were? Amazing.
It always is a fun one. That's what I like about our discussions. So topic number 2 was I saw a video about the positivity versus negativity thing. I thought that was a little crazy. We had that. That was another, what's the positive versus the negative? What does that even mean? Because there's some of these we have. I personally post. I'm positive. I'm always going to be positive. I'm not going to try to throw out a bunch of negativity. And then you have, this other group of people that are now seen as this negative group, or are they positive group? I don't know. I think that sometimes we have a division in the way that we see things, but then we just kind of blows over, in my opinion. But I don't know how you guys see any of that. Have you guys caught up on that, or it's kind of a positive negative thing that Dave posted again?
I think that the negative things that negative things that people perceive as negative, he views as positive because, hey, now you know. So to that group, they may not view it as positive, so they're going to keep posting it. It's just how you view it. To me, I don't know. Like I tend to stay away from the negativity and those controversial topics, not because I don't think you should know about them, just because someone's already doing it. He's doing a fine job of it, whether you agree with it or don't agree with it. It's just how do you perceive it? Because someone's out there saying, hey, this is positive, now I know. And then you got your other people saying it's negative. It just depends on the person and how you grew up and how you perceive those two different topics.
Well, and I tend to agree with you there because it does depend a lot on, I guess, how you feel about the topic and what's being said, which then determines how you're taking it personally. I'll be the first to admit, one of the first things that Dave put out, I was one of the first ones to say something about it. Since then, you know what? It all depends on the information that he's put out and how you want to take it at that point. Okay. I'm not saying it's all negative. I'm not saying it's all positive. I'm saying he's putting it out there. What we need to get to as a community, we need to find a space where we all realize that it's okay to not think the same way. It's okay to disagree with each other. That doesn't mean it needs to erupt into a war where everybody's at odds with each other. We should be able to go, hey man, great video. Don't really like the stuff that was said in it, but good job, trying as always. I'll be back for the next one, no worries. And just leave it at that. It shouldn't erupt into, Beardageddon. Like this, everybody needs to just calm down a little bit and understand what's being said is being said. They're his opinions. Because now other people are doing it too. So
I've seen that.
Those are their opinions. I have opinions on that situation personally, but I'm not going there. We're not doing that. But just take it for what it is. You don't like it. Again, there's a very simple solution if you don't really dislike someone's videos. Unsubscribe.
Don't watch.
That's it. Don't watch anymore. If you really dislike that person's content, it's that simple. It's not like, the 1980s when I was a kid where we had all of 4 channels in my bedroom. You've got tons of options out there. There's literally a new reviewer popping up almost every week at this point. So if you really dislike the content someone's putting out, you don't have to watch. I would just say go into all videos with an open mind, understand what you're watching, take it for what it is, and just move on from it. Things don't need to linger so much. And that's what's bothering me, is that lingering feeling in the community right now.
Right. And that's kind of why I brought it up, is because that I've seen this come and go. And I think, Johnny, you've been in probably longer than I have, where it just ebbs and flows. I've seen so many of these just kind of die down, come back up. I've seen the review the reviewers. The thing with all natural products. Some of the stuff where it's like, what's good, what kind of products, how much of your fragrance oil should you be putting in your solutions? I've seen a lot of that come up, and I've seen, oh, you're talking bad about small batch. And I've seen that come up. And then all of a sudden, I remember one time Dan was a target for that, and he got like 100, 200 dislikes in like, an hour. And then I remember some of the other stuff, some of the other drama, but it kind of dies down. But how do you keep that from happening? Which is what I'm always after, is having respect. But at the same time, I don't think you can. I think there's times where, and I had a really big discussion, and this is kind of Tyson's point too. And if somebody wants to read Tyson's really quick, I have the bad eyes. So
which one? The one you have up right now?
The one I have up right now, yeah.
Issue is it's not just opinions. Most of the opinions come from behind the scenes interactions. That's what needs to be talked about instead of this confusing video stuff, which I totally agree. Because he doesn't make a video unless 5 or more people are coming to him with this stuff. So it's like the way I feel like with Dave's videos is like these people are coming to him and he's making a video on the backs of these people's, claims and stuff like that, or their issues or whatever. And, if these people have issues, they should say it themselves. They shouldn't, fucking put it on. I feel like they're kind of like taking Dave and like, using him to voice their stuff, and they get away without any of the backlash. So like Dave will say something on the video, but it's coming from 5 other people, and
who are behind the scenes.
There's something that he's like, he feels like this should be addressed because X amount of people have come to me and told me about this. And these people get away with it scot-free. Like they don't have to deal with any of the BS that happens after a video like that is made. That I feel is unfair. Like if you got a problem, you should talk about it and not like put it through somebody else to talk about it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a problem with something, stand up, you talk about it. Don't funnel it through Dave so Dave can say it. So then Dave's got to go back and forth for people in the comments and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, well, no, that's a good point. And I think so. I've been talking to Dan, and we had a long talk about it.
Sorry.
Oh, we're talking about the negativity, positivity,
so
and some of
this.
this. Yeah, no worries. So here's what I had a discussion with Dan, and that's when I kind of came out with my own thought processing behind this. I don't think it's, in my opinion, and I can't control what anybody else says. So I know that what I'm personally going to do is I'm not going to go bash on other companies. I'm definitely not going to go call other companies out. And that's where I'm going to be. And I don't think it's, and dragging up some of the dirt of, the who gets paid stuff. I get so tired of that one. I'll be honest with you. I get so tired of the who gets paid reviewer stuff. If somebody's being successful, we shouldn't
I'm tired of it too, because I'm not getting paid. Oh, no.
Do you think it's just jealousy?
I'm just tired of hearing the list every time and I'm not on it. I'm like,
yeah. I mean, if I
want somebody to be jealous of me.
We are jealous of you. You're a good reviewer.
Nobody's jealous of me, dude. Nobody.
But I will tell you that I get so tired of that. And I've heard the reviewer thing, and some people getting paid and people getting mad about it. And I've seen that come up in the community so many times. And business is business. If somebody agrees to something, then that's their business. Why is that our business?
It's not our business.
Yeah. Why should it be concerning to me that somebody got paid for something? Okay, you can say, hey, then he's biased. Okay, so then take it worth the grain of salt that it's worth then. If somebody's getting paid and you know that you think they're biased, but I'll be honest with you, I've never seen Dan be biased. That's my personal opinion. I don't see him ever being biased, but some people do, because he's taking, he has as everybody knows here, reviewers behind the scene. And I think some of the other reviewers out there have put out their videos about, this is a tough business. This isn't easy. There's politics involved in it. If you want to get any type of wear on this YouTube, you have to play some of the political games. You have to have good content. I mean, how many times do we struggle looking for good stuff to be able to post and have people view it and say, hey, that's what I love this channel. Joe is one of them. He went out on a limb to go and put his new Chronicles of the Bearded Dad out. He didn't know how that was going to go. And I think it's taken off successfully for you. And I enjoy that content, but I think that, who am I to sit and judge?
One of my biggest fans is sitting next to me right now. Johnny loves it, apparently.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I watch all of them.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Johnny got mad at me when I did the cliffhanger the one time.
He's like, I gotta wait 5 days. What? It's really good content, but those are the things, and that's where I go back to that creative. I also go back to what we're doing on YouTube is being creators. Just like when I go to beard companies, that's what my personal take on why I like the beard companies is, because there's a creativity and artist involved in that, and there is artistry involved in doing YouTube. Some people can just get and try to think that they're going to do it with I'm just going to get my iPhone out, but people realize very quickly how hard it really is, and I think that you guys can all vouch for that, especially some of the newer ones. It's hard to get in front of a camera, and there's nobody there. There's nobody clapping you on. There's nobody saying anything nice. There's just people. There's you and this camera, you and your phone. And then you got to remember to turn it off.
I hear voices all the time, so there's always somebody with me. I'm good. There's always somebody commenting on it.
You know what happens to me? Whenever I go to make a video, right? I can get through like 3/4 of the video and it's all good, and all of a sudden I hear, and I'm like, and I have to edit that out, and like that happens like a lot because my kids just start to run around and go crazy. So like, yeah, it takes my one video today, right? It's like under 5 minutes. I probably have like a half hour's worth of footage. I had to edit out because of interruptions.
So Beard Code has a good point, and this is my point with Dan. And I everybody knows that I like Dan a lot. He's a good friend.
No, really?
Yeah, he's a good friend. He's a good friend, and it's a lot of it has to do with the fact that he was like my first introduction into the beard world, that this was like products and all of this stuff going around. Like I binge watched the heck out of him. And then you see how good he is in person. He always answers my Instagram, and we had a really good conversation where, honestly, he was telling me, what he thought about what was going on. So, in my part of it. So I thought that was really bold and very good to talk to. You have a good friend who's actually going to say something to you if something's, something they don't like, or I appreciated that. I think it's honest. And that's how I view him. But other people have their opinions. Or, I think that we lost Kyler. But that's just my opinion. And I think that it's just my opinion. But this is the other piece about opinions, and this is where, what is the boundary over when you start slandering another company? And I was looking at if you look at the legal word for slander, it's so iffy. It's a
very gray area.
It is.
And the reality is that line is not very clear at all.
Yep.
Okay. Because a lot of it's going to depend on the way somebody takes the way something is said. Because the content creator can mean it one way, somebody can take it another way, and that's where you wind up in a situation. I like to believe that for the most part, most of the stuff that gets put out there isn't put out there with slander on the brain. But I don't know that for a fact. I'm not out there making the stuff, But the problem is
put out there.
Once it's out there, it's out there. So now it can be interpreted however somebody wants to interpret it.
Yep.
So I am going to say this, that when you call out a specific company, you're intending to cause them damage, in my opinion. You're intending to highlight that this company is not a good company. And if you put that on video, you purposely did that. Whether it's your opinion, that's fine. It can be your opinion. But you're purposely calling out another company, and they could monetarily lose and get damaged by something that you don't know is completely facts. Is that considered slander at that point? And I would say that if you talk to a lawyer, they could consider that.
However, could you look at any review then as slander?
Right. That's where
any negative review. Anytime we said a product isn't good, depending on the following you have, it could monetarily hurt a company. I believe, don't quote me on this, but Tyson said he was in a similar situation where he had a review and the product wasn't great for him. And he found himself in a situation where he was being threatened legally because he said that the product didn't work well for him. I'm almost positive that's what he said the last time he was on with us.
They can't sue for that. They can't sue. If I say, let's say I take, I don't even want to say a company.
Now you're getting all nervous.
I'll go with Flonase because fuck them. If I go with Flonase, if I do a review on Flonase, and I'd be like, yeah, Flonase smells awful. It didn't work for me. I'm gonna move on to another medication, whatever. If Flonase came at me telling me that I affected their business because their product didn't work for me and I didn't like it, it didn't smell good to me or whatever, they can't sue me for that. They can only sue me for if I say that Flonase is a fake pharmaceutical company. It's not a real allergy medicine. If I start stating facts that are not true and that causes them business, then they can sue. But it's not really like they can sue outright and, you go to court and they sue you. Like the way it is that they hold you into like this legal battle where you have to keep paying for legal defense over and over again. And eventually, like, it just costs you a ton of money. That's how Carol Baskin got Joe Exotic. She got it for $1 million because she sued the shit out of him for all his stuff that he was saying that you can't just make up. You can't just be like, yeah, she murdered him.
Right.
Like you can't just start saying things like that. And if it costs you business because of all of that, like if I accuse you of you murdering my chipmunk and it costs you money, you can sue me for that shit, but you can't state things that are factual, that are not fact, and it costs the company money. That's how they can sue. But I can say all day that Flonase sucks. I can say all day that it doesn't work for me and it smells horrible and it tastes gross going down my throat after it sprays in my nose. They can't sue me for that. But if I make a false claim that is that costs them money that I'm trying to pass off as factual, then there is some kind of they can take legal action for that. But giving your own honest opinion about the product, you can do it all day. You're not going to get in trouble for that.
But is it your opinion? So this is when does it cross the line? So the statements were these people were unclean and they made their products unclean. Now, I don't know if there was any facts behind any of it.
He is basing that off of something that he's seeing. He does not personally know. He's basing that off live streams where the owner is wearing a dirty shirt or spitting into a bottle that, of chew, like he's chewing tobacco and spitting into a bottle. And he says, in my opinion, I view that as unclean. So therefore I'm viewing this company possibly as unclean. He didn't come out and say, that they're unclean. He says,
right,
because I see that, then I suspect that they are unclean because he's wearing a dirty shirt, a dirty hat, and spitting into a bottle of chewing tobacco.
Right. I don't know where, because I'm not a lawyer. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, where that falls under, like, if that may be a gray area or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I just know, like, it's called the SLAPP suit, SALPP, I think it's called, and
that's what Kevin did earlier.
That's how it works, yeah. But I don't know where that falls under the thing, because if you see something. Like, I see Joe, like, all right, just throw it out.
There we go.
I'm not trying to pick on you, Joe.
Uh-huh.
If I see Joe going up and down the stairs and I hear all the creaks and all the noises and the door and all that stuff, I'm like, Joe's house is not up to code. That's not a safe place for, a person to live and all that stuff. And, like, should be condemned and all that things like that. But granted, he's not running a business out of there. But that's just like, you know what I mean? Like, that's like my opinion of his living area. I have no idea if his stairs are good and up to code. Maybe they're just old wood and they're a little warped, and that's why they're creaky. Who knows? They could be sturdy as hell. They could hold like fucking an elephant. We don't know.
Right.
First of all, if you don't leave my stairs alone, John.
I just got onto the tangent with your stairs. I'm sorry.
You don't leave my stairs alone and my creaky door, all right? You leave the squeak in my door alone. It ain't bothering nobody.
I'm bringing the smallest can of WD-40 when I go visit you, and as soon as you turn your head, I'm like, tss, and that's it. You're not gonna have any squeaky door no more.
But I'm gonna miss the squeak then. That's not cool, man. That squeak keeps me company.
It's WD-40. It'll go away eventually.
To me, it's kind of like judging a book by its cover. That's how I view the opinions. He's like, hey, I see this, so therefore I'm judging it based on what I see. He don't exactly know, because in another video he says, hey, I want to see your workspace. I'm not saying you're unclean. I say I want to see it because I see these things. So to me, it just feels like he's judging a book by its cover. He don't personally know the owner, so he's only going based off what he sees.
In a live stream once, right?
Yes. Or twice, or however many. I'm hardly in that company's live streams to say that it does happen or it doesn't happen. I can't verify any of that.
Yeah, I've had minors on. I've had minors on.
Here's the other problem too, is that it's not just Dave at this point.
Right.
Like, let's be honest here. We all know it's not just him. There are other guys who have been doing this. There are other guys who have done it in the past.
Mm-hmm.
These things come up. And sometimes, like, his facts during the dropship companies, while that information was out there, a lot of people didn't do the time to actually look into it. The facts were out there. He just pointed them out to you. That's just the reality in that video.
True.
He just pointed out facts that were already out there for you to see. It's just a lot of people didn't do the time to really look into those things.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe, like I've said before, I don't think he did any of this stuff with full-on negative intentions in his brain.
I don't think so either. I've seen him.
I think the problem is the internet. And I say that knowing that a lot of my future rides on how I do on the internet. But once you put something out in the internet, it takes on a life of its own. It doesn't matter what you intended for that anymore, because social media is basically like the world's biggest high school lunchroom on the planet. And we're all playing the telephone game. So by the time it hits that last person down the line, that story's changed 8 million times already.
Right, but you do
You know,
know
it
that
could
when
have
you're
started with Dave said something mean about somebody, and by the time it gets to the last person, Dave went to their house, blew it up, torched the remains, kicked their dog on the way out, and cracked the beer open Stone Cold style and
Right.
walked off into the sunset.
But you do know that when you're calling out a company specifically, here's the difference, and I'll show you 6 months gap. There was a video that Dan posted where it got a lot of attention about people posting, and Fable posted about their working conditions and keeping it safe and clean and sanitary. He didn't call out any companies, and companies voluntarily sent out videos that showed their clean space. I think that you can say, okay, that's a pretty positive way of going about it. And maybe it gave some people some ideas that I need to have a cleaner workspace. You flash forward to now where there's specific companies being called out saying, I think you're dirty. And you need to prove that you're not.
Throw up Chris's comment where he's asking a question.
Where is that at? No. Who was it?
Chris.
Oh, okay.
I disagree with you, Chris. And you know I love you, brother, but I disagree with you.
Where is Chris? He's up here.
Basically, he's talking about, you know, do they have to show their workspace? That's pretty much what he's asking. They didn't show their workspace.
They don't have to.
Well, the reason I disagree with that, it would have ended all this, is because by this point now, the damage between those two individuals, or the company and the whatever, however you want to take this, the damage between those two is done.
Right.
It's done. So I don't think anything would have ended anything by now, nor do I really think that this has affected anybody in either way negatively as much as we all think it has.
Maybe.
Because the reality is everybody's going to keep moving forward. And if you supported minors before this and you were buying from them, it wasn't going to stop you from buying from them. It just wasn't.
No. You're loyal to a company or you're not, and that's the truth about the beard game. Where's Tevin going?
Tevin, you go to the bathroom?
Everybody kiss my butt. How about that? I'm getting my charger.
Wait. Inkman. I'm sorry. Bearded Inkman. When did they show their workspace? I must have missed that too.
They posted a picture today or yesterday.
I think it was today. Was it today?
Oh, did they?
They posted like a shelf or something like that, or a table.
Yeah, a shelf with a thing that dispenses beard oil.
Something like that.
And it looked very nice. There was gloves on it. I mean, I'm not sure if that's their whole workspace or not.
Again, here's the problem. The damage is done. Things are done. So no matter what you put out there now, it's going to come out as a little petty thing, a little this, a little that. People who are against them are going to be like, well, why'd they just show us now?
Right.
They took forever. They went and found that space. They made it look good, right? People who are with them are going to be like, look, we told you guys from the beginning that's the way it looked. You know, nothing's going to solve it. The reality is it'll all end when it's time for it to end. And everybody in the community needs to understand one thing here. It is okay to disagree with each other.
Yep.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes. You know what? It'll end when like everybody goes back to work and we can focus on everything else.
Absolutely, Johnny.
Well, do you think that? So I think that there's been some serious allegations too. That I mean, maybe something stopped. So maybe after they got the threat of, "Hey, stop, or I'm going to do legal actions against you," maybe they have stopped and moved on to something else. And I think that that's probably. I would say that would probably stop me. That would stop me right there. Like,
I'm an asshole. Legal action. Me. I'm not saying I agree with his side. I'm just saying if it was me in his spot and I got that thing, I'm an asshole. I would have kept going. I would have wanted to see what they were going to do.
Push.
I think he's done with that particular company. I think he said on last week's live stream that he has nothing else to talk about that company.
I don't think he ever intended for it to turn into a witch hunt against these certain individuals. It's just kind of the way things spun. And I think he realized that's where this was all going. And he was like, okay, you know what? This is not at all what I was trying to do. I'm done. I'm going to go do what I wanted to do from the beginning. And listen, some of it, again, it all depends on what you like and what you don't like. At the end of the day, his videos are at least entertaining. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Some of them are. I like some of them. And some of them I don't like. But that's very simple. If you don't like it, don't watch. If you do like it, watch.
Right.
Right.
You're not going to love everything somebody makes. There's videos I put out that as soon as I hit that button, I'm like, oh, this one sucks. I know this one sucks. God, I hope they watch this one for like about 3 seconds and then click off of it. Because if they watch the whole thing, they might never come back.
Yeah, me and Caden we were like last week, we were kind of tired. We had a long day and we were just like trying to go through this one.
I did not mean the pun, but I get it. I did not mean the pun, but very good.
That's
good catch, Tyson.
So, but me and Caden finally just said, we're not going to do the video anymore. We're both tired. We're just like, this is take 50 and we're going to go do it another day when we're not tired. So we shot it yesterday. And so I think we're about ready to release a video on the Boston and Tucka view.
Nice.
Beard oil. But man, I'll tell you, sometimes you get into those modes and you're just like, I cannot do this today. Just cannot. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And also, just because I know normally I'm one of the ones disagreeing with him, I have to say Dave was on that channel to be named later's live this week on Tuesday.
Saw that.
It was an extremely entertaining live. First of all, it was a very good show. And he had some very awesome things to say about my charity and everything else. So I just want to take the time real quick to thank him for that. I thank everybody for all they've done, for sharing it and all that. You guys are awesome.
And bringing to that point, so let's segue for a second and let's talk about that because we need to get on before I hear a banging on my door. I'm sure it's coming.
It hasn't happened yet, but I know it's coming.
It's coming. So let's segue to that really quick and make sure that we get everybody caught up with. Kylie has dropped off. I think she's wanting to get back on, but we know she's charging her phone. So
I thought I saw her post a minute ago, but I could be wrong.
But so Joe, take it away. You got something amazing going on, and
Yes.
I want to really shed some light on this.
Okay, so Sunday, if you guys haven't seen the post yet, Sunday, May 17th, 8:30, we will be live and we will be doing an auction, and all the money raised will go to the Children's Tumor Foundation. And I do mean all the money raised, every dollar goes to these guys. Children's Tumor Foundation is a nonprofit organization who tries to help people fund research, everything for people dealing with neurofibromatosis type 1 or 2, which is what I personally deal with and my family. We have 24 companies. I know I said it was 23 earlier, but one just messaged me all of a sudden. They wanted in, so I said yes, even though it's already out of hand, but that's fine.
Still awesome.
24 companies. We're at 30, 39, 40 items to auction off at this point. So I am super excited, but I am also as nervous as any human being can be because, yeah,
There's no reason to be nervous.
Yes,
You
there
got
is.
this, man. You got this.
You do.
Listen,
So
Chris messages me that every morning. Get up, you're fine, you got this, blah, blah. And I message him back and go, I'm glad you think that.
So these are not giveaways. These are auctions for
Yes,
packages from these companies, right?
yes. Everything is going to be auctioned off.
Which is awesome because that's what I don't know if you sat with Dave Casey Bose, and I thought that was a really good way of dealing with it. I got some good products out of it, and I think people are going to get good products, and they're also going to be able to give to an awesome charity to somebody that we love. So I think that's awesome.
So if you want, I can run down all the company names if you want real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, do it.
All right. So you got Voodoo Men's Craft, Broke Ass Beards, Jolly Old Fat Man, Barker Beards, The Bearded Mac, Beard Outlaw, Chesapeake, Boston Beard, Nicholas Beard Works, Miner's Beard, Chronic Beard, Barden, Luxurious Bastard, Kingsman Beard Club, Humming Beard, Beard Gents, Royal Beardsman, Turnbull Tonics, Wild Swine Grooming, Beard Octane, Iowa Beard Care, Coon, 10th Kingdom BC, and just added today is My Simply Tailored.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I'm
That's
going
an
to
awesome
be
list.
going for that Nicholas Beard Works.
Yeah, they're
He's
pretty
giving
awesome.
away. He's not giving away. He's auctioning off 2 combos:
Oh, that's awesome.
Wait, what kind of combo stuff?
tobacco and vanilla.
In the skull?
No, I believe they're the normal ones.
All right.
I believe. I'd have to double check with him, but I
Okay,
believe they are the
yeah.
normal ones.
He still
No,
makes
that's
awesome
cool.
products. So
Yes,
wanting to
and
try it,
even his
but
normal ones are pretty cool looking.
I've been wanting.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to buy the purple skull.
Yes.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
God,
I
that
just
thing
like-
looks amazing.
I'm just like, oh my god, it's so expensive. But it's like, it's just treat yourself kind of deals. But
yeah,
I gotta
love
wait.
that.
I gotta
Yeah, I love that.
wait. I wait till I have a job.
Also, just a few little notes. Jolly old fat man, Bam. You guys know him all well. He will be putting up the Bam combo, which is this guy right here.
Bam.
And he's got 3 of them that he's auctioning off, and they're the only ones he has right now. You might not be able to get it again until like July because he can't get the stuff in he needs to make it at the moment. And he's putting the 3 that he has up for auction, which is amazing. Bam always looks out for us, always trying to help out wherever he can. Who else? What do I got here? Chesapeake is doing a mystery gift card. Total mystery. I don't even know. No.
Mr. Any
There
amount?
he is.
Yes, the amount's a mystery.
There you
I
are.
had like the worst technical difficulties ever.
Oh,
I hate when that happens in the middle of a stream. I've had that happen. It's horrible.
Yeah. And Beard Octane's doing a gift box.
That's awesome, man.
I have one oil from Beard Octane. That's it.
They're
Then there's a
good. I
lot.
like Beard Octane. That was my first oil and butter. What did you think of them, Johnny?
What is it?
I haven't gotten to wear this one yet. I like the smell. I like the
Is that the
fabricator
Envy?
scent, but I haven't
Is
really
that-
worn it yet.
Yeah, is that the Envy one?
This one is fabricator.
Oh, Fabricator. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I've been looking at eyeing the Envy. I've been looking at that one. That's
It smells good.
the new one out. Yeah, I have 3 or 4 of their products. I love them.
But yeah, so we're excited, but we're also nervous over here. Very nervous.
You're gonna do fine, dude. And I think that you got some helpers helping you out. I think that McBeard is helping kind of secretary you up, and then your
Yep,
brother.
we got him an outfit and everything.
Yep.
So how is the auction gonna work?
I
Like,
can't
do you
hear
say,
Joe or
like-
Johnny. Is that just me?
Huh?
I hear Joe.
It's a Jersey thing. She just doesn't like us, Johnny.
I don't know. Whatever.
My microphone must not like them. Hold
It's
on.
all right.
Let's
But like, how is because I've never. How is the auction gonna work? Like,
am I getting feedback? I don't have my headphones in.
No.
There's no feedback. Can you hear
no
us?
feedback? Can you hear me?
Still can't hear Joe or Johnny.
Okay.
Huh.
That's probably a good thing.
That's weird.
But how is the auction like? How is it gonna work? Like, if you the combo goes up and I say, does it start at retail price or does it start at 0? Like, how does it
We're gonna start everything at $10.
at $10?
Everything.
Okay.
$10 will be our starting point for everything. We just figured it's a flat number and it's a lot easier to get rolling rather than starting and somebody throws out like 10 cents and then somebody else tries to be a smartass and be like 20 cents, 30 cents, 40, and we
Okay,
just wind
so-
up going up by 10 cents each.
No, it's a
For
good
an
place
hour.
to start.
So you say
Yeah,
like,
it's-
oh, this is $10, right? And in the chat I put like 11,
Yeah.
and then it just goes on like that for that particular product.
It'll
Yeah.
go on for 45 seconds.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
Just 45 seconds?
Oh, because
Dude,
it's too
45
long.
seconds
Otherwise,
is a
it'll be-
lifetime.
yeah, it's too long. Otherwise,
You might not realize it, but 45 seconds is a lifetime. And I want you to think about this again. We have over close to 40 items here.
Okay.
So you're talking the 45 second for the actual bidding, announcing the winner, congratulating the winner, introducing the next one, all that good stuff. If we didn't limit it in some way, we'd probably be on this stream
yeah.
for 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
ain't Barrett Jackson. If you let's say I win it at $13, how do I pay? I contact the company and say, hey, I won this, or do I pay you? Do I pay the
You're
charity?
going to pay us. You're going to pay us through a PayPal.
Okay.
That way I can show everything that comes in,
Uh-huh.
and then it will all get donated. And Mech is going to be keeping a list of all the winners. And we will then contact all the companies and let them know who won.
Okay.
And that way, when you guys do reach out to them or whatever, or if you just want to give us all your information, I don't care. I'll tell them. But that way, there's no misunderstandings. The companies will hear directly from me exactly who won their item.
Okay. I got you. So it's kind of like winning a giveaway, but you're auctioning it. I get. All right.
Yeah.
It's basically a giveaway, but there's money involved.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Which is really
And
cool. Which is super
again,
cool, dude.
Every dollar made goes to the Children's Tumor Foundation. They just sent me over a shirt today, which was very cool of them to do that. So
Awesome.
I'm excited, but I also know that the woman, Connie, sorry guys, I'm still here. The woman, Connie, who runs their social media networking and all that stuff, will have eyes on the stream and we'll be watching in and out. So I'm a little nervous, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
all good.
awesome. Oh, that's
Nice.
That's
Nice.
nice. That is so nice.
So Kylie still can't hear us, right?
No, I can hear y'all now.
Okay.
That's what the thumbs up for. I can hear everybody.
Good.
Awesome.
I can hear
Awesome.
everybody.
Wait, did
Hey.
Kylie hear like the whole conversation though, or does she just think that I'm auctioning off random items for no reason?
Something about an auction. Some hand movements. Kids with
A shirt came up.
a shirt
Shirt came
and
up.
kids with tumors.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's his charity.
So I'm assuming you're supporting kids with tumors through a bird auction, correct?
May 17th. Yep. Children's Tumor Foundation gets all the
What
money
time?
and we'll be doing an auction. 8:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Cool. So guys, get on this. This is really, really important to support some, Joe's one of my good friends, but I think he's really good friends with the community. Get on this. This is so important to help fund this research. And that's really what it goes to. It goes to funding research for being able to help kids, because this is for kids with tumors that are
Yeah.
similar to Joe's.
Yeah, the
And-
Children's Tumor Foundation, they do primarily work with children, but they fund research and development, period, when it comes to neurofibromatosis. So
Right.
they might do most of their work with children, but any research that they do that helps find a better way to deal with the situation benefits all of us, period. So
Which is why I want everybody who hears this come join in, throw in, even if, is there a thing that we can give to, if we don't win the auction, that they can just donate?
Oh yeah.
Yes. the
Yeah.
Tiltify account is already set up. So if you want, it's called Beards Against NF. It's already set up. You can go straight to Tiltify and donate if you want. The URL will be up and everything during the auction. So you can donate that way. I've had people message me and say that they want to just send me money through PayPal to put in with it. And I'm like, that's cool. Just wait till the day of, please, because I don't want anything sitting anywhere right now. Not till the day of, because I don't want it sitting in the account for long either. Like as soon as the auction is done and everything's figured out, I'm hitting the button and sending it over to the Children's Tumor Foundation.
That's awesome. And cool. So you'll supply those links and things for people on the day of, and definitely keep your eyes open for that. If you don't win an auction or you're not interested in the auction, definitely donate in that way. And then he just told you the deadline. So make sure you get all of those donations in as soon as possible to help him and this research. And it's again, really an awesome opportunity to give back to the community, and especially just specifically to somebody who's been challenged with this for all of his life and his family. So I think that's what I think that's the piece that always, it's a genetic thing for you as well. So this is helping not only Joe and his possible, some other kids that are down the road because it's genetic, but it could also, it's affecting generations of people with this problem. So
Yeah. And research, development, all that stuff is key, man. I mean,
Mhm.
my mother went through her bouts most of her life, but a big bulk of it went on when she was in her early 20s. And so you're going back 30 years ago now, and she came out of it in terrible shape. My uncle was a few years after that. He came out a little bit better. 10 years down the road, you had me and my cousins going through it, and we all came out of our fights a lot better.
Mhm.
So as they get more research, more understanding, their ability to deal with the situations are getting a lot better, and we're coming out of it a lot better. So the funds for research and stuff like that are huge for people like us. Until they find a cure, they can find better ways to at least deal with it.
That's awesome. And that's exactly, I think that's really awesome. And I think this is a really good opportunity. So thank you, Joe. Thank you very much for doing that. So I have a curfew. I know that in about 5 minutes I'm going to be. I'm surprised that I haven't heard any door knockings or anything. It's coming. I thought actually that my wife had gone to the casino because she was gone until almost before I.
You got casinos open still?
No, I thought they were opening today because today's the 15th and Arizona opened today. So I guess it's June 1st is when they officially open. But I'll tell you that people have been like crazy. What are you going to do? Now you're going to celebrate. You can go and eat food. And I'm just like, I'm still going to stay in the house. That's what I'm going to still do because I know that this isn't over yet. So right. I'm not going to do much.
If things open up tomorrow, I'm staying in the house. I don't care. I'm going to give it another couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then when people stop dying and stop getting sick, then maybe I'll come out, But other than that, no, I ain't taking that chance. I'm an asthmatic. If I get that corona shit, I may not make it.
Right.
Tyson, man, 1 week we'll do a reviewers table after dark, and we'll do it over on my channel. I don't got anybody yelling at me to get off.
Yeah.
You just got to deal with Sam every 5 minutes, knocking to come in. That's about it, though.
You know me, I go live all night. If I,
yeah, no kidding.
Shit.
Johnny, that message was the best one ever, the best lie I ever had. Joe, just come in for a little while.
We don't plan that. That's not planned.
8 hours later, I'm staring at my clock.
You know how? All right, the show is planned maybe like 45 minutes up to 40. After that 45-minute mark or hour mark. It's whatever, right, man. There's no planning after that.
Because you can't plan that much. You're like, and now it's going to go into a really weird area of the video where people will just start chatting about anything. But we kind of had that at the beginning. So, we had Tevin's thing. We had
Tevin P.
We had Kylie and her video issues. We did have a little bit of
witness Tevin P live on video. She's graduating in her live streams here. She's witnessing all of it.
It's all human. It's the human.
Yes, Sam.
Human journey.
You gotta go.
What?
It happens. I've done it. I've been on lives where like the guests had to go pee, and they took the phone with them when they peed. Like it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like
we're all human here. We're all human here, Tevin. We understand you.
I'm gonna get y'all back one day. Keep it up.
I'm not coming on ever again. Yeah, it's all about love. If you're teasing people, you're loving them.
Sometimes, like when you look at the comments, and people start saying stuff, and then you just look at it and you're like, man,
that's Johnny. You know who Johnny is. That's Practitioner. That's Tevin, and that's Kylie. I know you don't know Kylie or Tevin. I know this. But now you've met them. They're right there now, see?
Hi, Sam.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do is like after like at 8 o'clock, I think that we switch over to the somebody's joining in.
How is somebody joining in?
No.
Either the mug is really big or Sammy's really small.
The mug is really big.
It's like as big as her head.
And Sam's pretty small. So
somebody. Who is this somebody?
That's
Dave.
Dave.
Was he supposed to be on? Was he
Dave? He was. He came in.
He's jumping in just in time to say goodbye.
Oh, and my camera's messed up.
Oh no!
Stupid beta program.
I was wondering how that was working. How is that?
Well, you're looking at it.
Yeah.
You're looking at it.
Yeah. So you had that other.
Worked great.
So he's bought. So me and him talk. I actually just got my 24 millimeter hooked up yesterday. He hooked me up with the adapter for it, which was really awesome. But so Canon has come out with a way to make your Canon camera into a webcam, and they were the first ones to do it. But it is a beta, and
I wish I owned it.
didn't you have another
Yeah.
utility that has? So the way that you used to have to do it with a camera, an actual camera or a phone, is you had to have a capture card that would go into your PC,
Yeah.
and this eliminates that through this utility. It's a software.
Oh wow, it looks good too.
There he is.
It's
Look at this
crisp.
guy.
It's
Oh
crisp
no,
when it works.
I'm actually running SparkoCam. I switched over to the other program.
Oh, okay. So so he has another program that actually does it better, but it's still using your Canon.
Looking HD.
I'm still on the M50.
Yeah, so he shoots an M50 like I do, and
I'm still on my
I absolutely
phone.
love it. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm using this little Logitech piece of shit camera, like, you know.
I'm still on my phone. It does pretty well though. See,
I have to have like God lights on for you to see me. If I turn these lights off, you show you. Watch.
I actually saw, like, I was on Canon's website, I guess.
you look like my
yesterday,
brother in the last live stream that we did.
Yeah.
And
What do you-
they have M50s on sale for like $300 right now.
no, that's
on sale for 300.
Oh, that's all 300.
That's all.
I'm on it, dude.
it's like 550 when I bought mine, plus the kit that went with it.
All right, I
like
guess then,
$7.99. Yeah, it's a good discount, and that's a good camera. Except for, you know what that also means is that they're discounting it highly because there's a new camera coming out, which I thought was it the Mark 6 or what is it, the 4K one that's the replacement Mark.
What other
Oh,
things?
the Mark III or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll keep
I'm
checking
not damn-
Salvation Army and thrift stores for the older models. You know,
And
that's-
they don't really vary that often, to be honest with you. That's what I was talking to a guy. It's just like the thing that is right now kind of a thing with the M50 is it doesn't shoot with the autofocus with the as
4K.
well. Yeah, with the 4K, right?
Mm.
That's
I
the
really
only,
love that.
and it crops. It's a mirrorless, so it's
It
cropping.
crops the 4K.
Yeah, it crops the 4K severely, and it doesn't have the autofocus that.
Okay, guys, we've
The
been
dual
on
pick
too
law
long.
focus.
Sorry,
Nope.
you're coming with me.
No, where's he going?
No.
Oh, I know where he's going.
you ain't going to the
He's
bathroom,
off.
are you? Oh, no.
No, I'm not going to the bathroom. Relax, I'm not Tevin.
He's got
We're
the
gonna go
smoke
down the
break.
stairs. We're gonna
Yeah,
take
we're
a
going
trip.
down the stairs.
Here we go. Here we go.
You guys really need some other hobbies in life because this stair thing is.
CS5. That's right. 10,
Oh, here comes
15,
here comes Kylie again. So
20,
how's it going, Dave? How are you doing, buddy?
50.
I'm good.
No, it was 14 stairs, Johnny.
Oh God.
You did that pretty fast. 14.
So I only caught part of it. Joe, looks like you're getting things together on the giveaway.
Yep, the auction is looking good. And Dave was one of the people who yelled at me and told me to shut up. I could do it.
I didn't yell at you, but
Well, in all reality, Dave messaged me and was like, hey, the auction would probably be a good idea. And I was like, you're right, it would, but I'm not you, and I don't know if companies are going to want to work with me like that. To which his response was, shut up, you're fine, go do it.
Yep. And 23
I mean,
showed
what
up.
are they going to
for-
do? Say no? Like, here's a prime example. Like, I'm trying to think of where everybody's at channel wise. I think Tevin and I are about tied for subs, pretty close. Like us three on the bottom are pretty close. And did you guys see the New Live Bearded video?
I did.
Did you see the one with me and Dan? And did you guys see that one yet? The mashup.
Oh no, I didn't
No.
see that. No, I
So
was
they took me, Tyson,
Am I
and
back?
No BS and kind of crammed it all together. And that was just all because of me reaching out and running my mouth. Like,
Nope.
That was it.
That's cool. That's cool. I saw their video the other day from their warehouse where they did the live stream.
Yeah, it
Who,
was.
who did what? I missed it. I'm sorry.
Live Bearded. They have that new. They just rebranded and put out their new stuff. So
Yeah,
they're-
they reached out to me. They apologized to me, which wasn't necessary. I sent them a thing asking them to be part of the auction. And they said with all that was going on and everything, they just completely didn't see the message. And they said that they've sent out a ton of stuff right now and everything else. So they said they couldn't do it right now. And I told them it was cool. It's not a big deal. I understand completely. Bad timing. Everybody's got their own thing going on. It's cool with me. No worries.
Yeah. And they just rebranded, so they're in the middle of crazy right now, I'm sure.
They did rebrand.
They
So
did.
worth it. The rebranding is nice.
Yeah, have
You
you've
know,
tried it?
I haven't. I like Live Bearded stuff. It's one of the first things that got me into the game. But if I'm being perfectly honest here, I also haven't used my Live Bearded stuff in a while.
Yeah,
Just
I tried
being
it.
perfectly honest.
Andy, you'd know that if you watch my channel. Just saying.
I know. You know what-
Yeah, it's good, man. I mean, they've always been good, but their butter had that shea butter scent to it that was kind of wonky.
They got rid of that?
Yeah, it's gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, I got to get the American again then.
Yeah, it's good. So I actually was leading. That was a lead-on question, sir. I was like, I know that you created a good video about them. They are awesome people in general. I've met them in person. They're super good people. And I like their products before, but they reduced the size so it can be more travel worthy. They also, so it's 3 ounces now. Oh, no, 2, is it 3 ounces? 3. So it went from 4 to 3. They reformulated so you don't get the shea as much. It is more of a whipped consistency, right?
It's
Has
like
creamy.
sour cream. So
I'm getting really mad that I don't have money to order Live Bearded right now.
here's the deal with it. Like Tyson and I have been talking, and Mink and I have talked, and Nathan. Anyway, some Live Bearded guys and I have talked, and it's there's a new way of refining shea butter that takes the scent out. It's like a farther refinement. So it's different, but you use way less, dude. So I mean, it's a good product.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that because that's what, and it's the same price. So that's the one thing that people, well, I'm not getting my ounce. If you know that it's going to go a long way, a little bit's going to go a lot further than what it used to. And then I like the new logo. I like the new labeling. It's black, it's dark, kind of.
I mean, for folks out there with an addiction like all of us right now, how many of you actually go through a 4-ounce thing of butter?
I've never used one.
No,
A whole
neither.
one.
I've never finished off a whole one. So, I mean,
I've
3 ounces is still probably more than enough.
Yeah,
I've gone down
sure.
to the bottom of a tin, but I never finished an entire tin. I just finished a co-wash today.
Mm-hmm.
My last shower. My first ever product that I've actually finished a full size of, and it was a Chesapeake co-wash. I just finished it.
The only oil I ever finished, the only product I've ever finished all the way was an oil, and it was a Live Bearded oil, actually. It was the American.
I like the American.
That's my go-to for Live
Yeah.
Bearded is the American.
Yeah, I like that smoky. I love that. I love that campfire kind of smoky. Yep, it's a great one. That's the only one I have, honestly. I always meant to go back to get executive because I was always like, you know what? As soon as I run out of this, I'm just going to go. But I never ran out of that. And then I started the reviewing stuff. So then I just never went back to Live Bearded. I think I just always took it for granted. They live like literally right up the street from me.
Johnny,
You want it?
any new? I haven't seen a review from you in a while. Johnny, you got one coming?
You just did one.
I did one today
Which one?
for Beard Vitality.
I think I got the notification, but I haven't watched it. How'd you like the Beard Vitality?
Oh, I love it. I use it. I use it every day so far.
Yeah,
Only
I got
count the steps to end the controversy. 1, 2,
You can count when you want. I'm just going to
4,
times it by 5 when you're done.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, exactly.
Okay. Yeah, times 5. Sorry. It's more like 450. More
And
than
there's the door,
because-
Johnny. There you go.
Because I think he has to go through like a catacomb or something to get to the stairs.
Yeah. It's a whole.
Oh, there's more stairs out to the back door.
It's like a maze.
It's a house. I don't
Yeah.
know, like, what kind of house do you guys live in? I'm sorry.
I think I have like 12 steps going up to my first floor.
Do you?
Yeah, from my
Oh, then what
basement.
the hell are you giving me a hard time for?
Mine don't squeak like that, and I'll take you guys with me.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't, people put me in live streams that last for 8 hours. I'm a smoker. I'm going to be going up and down the stairs. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah.
You could just quit smoking.
That's a great idea. Why haven't I thought of that?
Do you have a window? Why don't you just smoke
Yeah,
out the
window. Hang out the window.
Because my little sister is a like smoke hound. She knows when they're smoking the house,
Okay.
and she'll be all over it. And the kids. The kids are a big reason.
Yeah, it's true. Even when you smoke in a room, the smoke goes through the walls. It goes through the floor. Like I forgot where I saw it, but I saw it. You know, when you're smoking downstairs and it rises up, it can go through the floor and, you know, secondhand shit. You know what I mean?
Man, it's crazy.
You can switch to vaping.
That's what it looks like Dave's doing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what? My brother works for a vape warehouse, actually. He's a distributor. And he keeps trying to get me to switch over. But my argument to him is he's got a trunk full of vaping shit. I'm not going and buying anything.
I'll
What the
give you
hell,
all
man?
my vaping. I have a whole box full of atomizers, batteries, juices. I got all because I had my second channel actually was a vaping channel. So I was reviewing products. So I have all that shit. Like this is here, hold on.
I do owe Tyson a bottle of Heisenberg. Thanks for reminding me, Tyson.
Why do you owe Tyson Heisenberg?
It's a juice. I was gonna send him a bottle and I just didn't.
This is my Aspire. You know, with the what is this? This is the I forgot which. I think it's called the Typhoon or something like that on there. And this is from a local vape shop, Outlaw Juice. I have boxes of this stuff over there. You know, when I visit you, I'm gonna give you his whole freaking care package.
Oh, here we go.
It's like
You gonna bring soap with it too, Johnny?
soap.
Yeah.
Bring that soap.
I got
You
the
gonna bring some
toolkit
soap?
right here. You can make your own coils. I got the wire, Canthol
You gonna-
wire.
Oh, wait. I don't give a damn. Are you gonna bring soap?
Yeah, I'll bring you some soap.
You're gonna bring soap.
Yeah, I'll bring you soap.
Okay.
I'll bring everything but soap. Fuck you.
Me and Johnny were actually pretty depressed, man. We were looking forward to this weekend. It was this weekend, right, Johnny?
Yeah, it was this weekend. Yeah,
It
yeah.
was supposed to be this weekend. We were going to be heading out for a ghost hunt and a good time and
Oh,
a
that's
beer
right.
meetup and all that stuff.
Yeah, I
and
was
it
gonna
all,
go visit. I was gonna go visit the Beer Times with Scott. I was gonna visit
yep.
Joe, right?
him
Barbado.
on the way over there and all that.
Yeah.
And instead, COVID hit, and that's it. That's it. That's the whole story. That's
Yes.
it.
Oh man, and you know what's crazy is that I got the wife's approval and everything.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
Hit the road.
redo the approval.
Yeah, you know, she was like, "Yeah, go ahead."
He had me tagging along, so he wasn't going to have to sit in the car by himself
Yeah,
talking to
man,
himself.
it was gonna be like fucking road trip and shit. Like,
Yeah.
damn. I planned out all the truck stops on the way.
Yeah, man.
You know,
And then
the
we were
things
going to
that
be in a
are-
different state, so whatever happens in a different state stays in that state.
Yeah,
It was like legendary things were going to happen here, and instead, just nothing.
That's funny.
Kylie, I go to the post office tomorrow to drop off a package. If I can remember to package a little box of soap for you,
Wait a minute. Hold the hell. If Kylie gets that soap before me, Johnny, I swear to God, I don't live far from you, dude.
Kylie wants some soap. She's interested.
The
Joe
soap
versus
is
Johnny.
the
I wanna
soap
say that,
is
but-
mint chocolate chip fragrance soap. So when you wash your hands with it, it smells like mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Right. I can say my soap makes your hands smell like, unicorn semen. It doesn't mean it's real.
Damn.
Interesting.
Jesus. How many unicorns you jacking? Oh, stop.
Yeah, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Actually, it did not. If you know how long this soap deal has gone on for, that's not a quick escalation. This has taken a long time to get to this point now.
Hey, Johnny, did you ever reach out to Sphinx? I know you've been doing like the shave soap stuff. Did you ever talk to him?
No, not yet. No.
I
I'm still
messaged him. I talked to him earlier today. I was gonna bring it up. I might just tell him to shoot you a message if you don't care. I mean, he's
Yeah,
good
fine.
people.
Yeah, I mean, I like to I have all these shave soaps to review. I got a sample pack. This is like one from like 8 different companies, and they send over these little sample packs. So I have all of that to go through. But yeah, I want to try it because I hear Sphinx has a good what is it, cherry chocolate?
It's choke cherry. Yeah, it's,
Choke cherry, yeah.
it's
Choke
epic.
cherry. My brother loves their choke cherry.
For the
I
For the
can't
chain.
lie to you guys. We have filmed Sphinx review 7 times.
oh wow.
7 times, and we haven't gotten it out yet. I think that one's just cursed. Every time we do it, something goes wrong. The
You know
audio
what?
messes up. Something.
There are times where like I have a review and I'm like, oh, this is crap. But then like, I edit a little bit every now and then, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna put it out there, and I put it out there, and it does well. Like, so you never know.
If I'd have
Yeah,
put
that's
4 of
true.
them out, there would have been no audio with it. Maybe that would have
Well,
helped
that's
things.
different. You had
No, maybe
actual
that would have helped
technical
things.
issue.
Do you know what I like about Dave? So Dave, every time I talk to him, he's talked to a product owner. He has a lot of information. He does a lot of research. And I think that we've talked about that. You'll reach out to people, and you've talked to Liv Bearded several times. You've talked to some people that I was like, wow, that's impressive. I didn't even know that they were reachable.
Oh, like Eric from Beard Brand.
Right. That's who I was thinking. That's exactly who
Yeah.
I was thinking.
It's funny, man. Okay, so that's I don't know. You guys are East Coast, like Johnny and Joe are East Coast. You guys have heard of Gary V? I'm sure, right? Like Gary Vaynerchuk, you ever heard of him? Big motivational guy. Anyway, he was huge when IG kicked off, and he said, write 100 people that you think are famous, and you'll be amazed at how many write back. And it's true. I mean, sometimes I just sit on IG and I'm like, why not? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? But it's fun, especially being in the beard game, getting kind of a heads up on what's coming, or what people are planning. Get to ask people questions. So, and it's good to have those relationships.
Yeah, it is really cool. And I love your story about Eric. So tell me, I love how this kind of went down, and I love your story about it.
So I reached out to him about how to build a successful YouTube channel. Like, I was curious because Eric Banholz has built this. It's an empire. I mean, that's really the only word you can use to describe what he's done. And I watched him on Shark Tank, so I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, that's kind of how it kicked off. And now we just kind of email back and forth. And he's just such a down to earth dude. You know what I mean? But
That's
yeah,
kind of
we
what I
got-
pick up from him, because I watch
Show
Alliance.
of hands. Am I the only person here who hasn't tried Beard Brand yet? Okay, I'm not the
I
only
love
one.
Beard
Cool.
Brand. I like Beard Brand a lot. I've tried several. I actually won something on Alliance once.
Haven't tried it yet.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Their shampoo is really, really good. I have their Tree Ranger, which is like their silver line, some of their silver line stuff. Really good. I even bought the first products I bought were their white line.
that's the one at
Kylie
Target.
put her hand up.
Yeah, that's the ones at Target. Yeah.
They're not in our Target.
They're not at my Target either.
Thank you. I thought I
Really?
was like the only one. I thought I had like the ghettoest Target on the planet or something like that.
I was
I'm
what
like,
the
the
hell?
only stuff in my Target is the same stuff that's been there from the beginning.
I went specifically for stonemason. I was like, oh, maybe it's there, but it's not there.
Did you see this comment that Tyson wrote? Can you highlight that one?
Yeah, let me go see. Hang on.
It's Scuba right back. He didn't write me back.
Yeah. So that is a direct shot at me. Scuba's he's from near where I'm from. Like, we're not that far from each other. So I thought,
Oh,
I'm
here.
gonna write Scuba. He was like number one on the list,
Participating. You're still here in spirit, Kylie. Don't worry.
and he blew me off like forever. I was pissed about it. I used to bitch to Tyson about it every day. Like, I can't believe this dude didn't write me back.
Dude, I sent them the Bearded Dad Chronicles. I sent him everything. Nothing.
Did you ever hear from him?
I did. We've talked since then.
Yeah.
I'm like blocked on his YouTube for some reason. He says
I
I'm
remember
not,
that.
but I can't when I chat in the room, it doesn't show up. But whatever. I've moved well beyond that, who cares?
Yeah. That's pretty cool, though. I think I'm a big Alliance fan. I've loved Beard Brand, and same way. I've been, I like the Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's where he came out. And if you watch some of his older videos, he's told you exactly what his business model was. So, for people that get a little weird out, he has a business model he's been sharing since he came on the thing about how he prices and what he's doing with it. And if you really are interested, it's interesting information about the beard game. But his Alliance show, he was one of the first. And if you look at his first YouTube videos, he was just an iPhone guy. All of their first YouTube videos were all iPhone. And the thing that made him go was the fact that he was doing kind of what Dan did, but he was a company doing it, where they were giving information about how to grow a beard with a bunch of guys, and they just basically landed an enterprise, and it's awesome. They have good products. I haven't tried. Have you tried any of their gold label stuff?
Is Temple Smoke gold label?
It is. Yeah, Temple Smoke is.
Yeah, I've tried Temple Smoke.
Yeah, I've always wanted to get to it because I've heard some companies that are like it, like one of the I can't remember the name of the company now. It's something with a dog in it, but
Bad Dog, Wild Dog,
something. I think it's
Bearded Pup.
Bearded Pup. I think it's Bearded Pup. It has something that's similar.
Ooh.
But yeah. So I've always been. They're great and they're honest, and I like the fact that I'm kind of addicted to their haircutting videos. Do you watch any of that stuff, Dave?
Oh yeah.
It's the visuals that they give. I love when they're just talking. I love what's his name? The British guy.
It starts with an Mahesh.
Mahesh, yeah. So Mahesh he's just doing a haircut in Britain, and they just have really, really good audio. The creation part of it is really cool. And then I just love just being able to put the headphones on and then going I love that whole barbershop thing. I think that's what it does for me. Oh,
That's a badass shirt.
That is a cool shirt.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they'll get mad at me if I cut the sleeves off.
I'm gonna go with nah.
No, I think you're
The
promoting.
only reason I'm even considering not doing it is because on the one sleeve it actually says Children's Tumor Foundation, all that stuff. But I am once the warm weather kicks in, to me that's like a direct sign to not have sleeves on. There's no reason for sleeves in the hot weather. None.
Once you do the
serve
auction, I mean,
Zero purpose.
fair game.
You want me to-
Shirt,
You want me to auction off my sleeves?
Why not? Autograph them. It's gonna be worth money someday.
That's right.
No, it's not, Dave.
Absolutely.
I love you for saying that, Dave, but no, it's not.
You never
Think
know.
big, go big. Think big, go big.
Remember the guy who used to talk about beard shit? I got his sleeves.
I'm trying to get used to my beard. I cut 2.5 inches off today.
Really? How did that go?
Wow.
Did you did it yourself?
Yeah, man. Hey, I don't know about you guys. When my beard gets longer, it gets see-through.
No.
You can see through it, and it was just
Yeah.
it's my fault because I was wearing that stupid badass beard care shirt that's got the big red, white, and blue thing in the middle of it, and I could see it all day. So I came home and I was like, "Screw this."
I see. I had an issue with that myself, and I was told to just leave it be because it'll keep growing more and more, and that see-through area will get lower and lower, and you won't care anymore.
I kind of like a little bit of a shorter, Tevin's length. I liked that. You know what I mean? It looks
Looks
so
good.
full at that length.
It does.
I like it better.
See, if my cheeks grew in better, I'd be okay with the shorter length, but because my cheeks don't grow in, it bothers me. So I kind of like having the longer beard at that point.
I attempted my first trim by myself after my last incident. So I'm still waiting, but I didn't do bad. I felt like at least it didn't feel scraggly anymore. That was my biggest thing. I don't like that. It's just puffs up on me, and I hate that feeling of just being kind of what my wife calls mangy looking.
Mangy.
Yeah. My wife calls it, that's the mange look, Andy. I need you to take care of that and shape it or something.
Mage.
Kylie said she likes them big.
But
What?
She meant beard. Guys, relax. All he is. Look at all he is. Go right to the wrong place.
I didn't say nothing.
I didn't say anything. She's the same age as my kids.
That's what she
I
said.
still want to see I want to see a view of Kylie's boyfriend. This guy's like Sasquatch. You know what I mean? Pictures. There's thoughts, a fleeting thought of what he might look like. I just want to see it. He's like camera shy or whatever, much like Sasquatch.
How do you know you haven't seen him already?
Huh?
How do you know you haven't seen him already? Maybe he's a member of the community or something, and she just doesn't want to let on to it.
You're a deep conspiracy theorist. I like that. I respect that.
There you go. It's awesome.
What's up, Nick?
Oh, Mech.
Yeah, Mick is. So, did you guys hear their news? Just to let you guys all know, I think you guys have. Some of you, Tevin did. So they've gone into
Wait,
business for
already?
themselves. So they've created a line of very awesome products, and getting some help from some other companies out there. So I'm excited for them. I'm excited
What's
to
it
see their
called? Beard
journey.
Mana?
I think it's
Yeah,
called
Beard
Beard
Mana.
Mana. I think that's the name of it. Yeah.
Nice.
And there's something coming my way, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Speaking of companies, so
Uh-oh.
I drive an Acura, right?
Okay.
I got into my car and I looked down at the floorboard and it says powered by Honda.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Yeah.
Should
They're the
I
same
be
company.
pissed about that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I knew that Honda was the maker of.
They're the same company.
Yeah.
I used
Same
to have a car
company.
that
They are the
had,
same
had
company.
NSX parts in it.
Just like
I think
Lexus and Toyota.
Yeah, I was about to say, Toyota makes Lexus too. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same thing. It's just they treat their Lexuses a little better than their Toyotas.
And Nissan makes Infinity.
Yep.
So-
I've been going round and round about this whole thing in the community. Like I've erased about 18 videos. I'm so confused. Like I love everybody in the community, you know, like brothers. I hate to see everything that's going on. But I don't care. I'm gonna make a video. Somebody earned a video from me. And they're gonna get it pretty soon.
Oh, what's this about? Honda
Um,
Acura?
well,
It's me. It's me. I pissed them off. I did it. It's me.
No, I
I
don't do
know
that.
it's me.
I don't. It takes a lot, you know. But like, here's my thing, and one of them's in the room, so I'm sure he'll. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Uh-oh.
Like the whole. Like I'm gonna get in so much trouble for saying this. Like
Wait, I'm sorry.
I
Before you
respect
get on-
bearded
Guys,
motivation.
you hear me?
I can hear you, Joe.
Okay, cool.
I respect bearded motivation, right? I think if Dave's got something to say, this is our platform. He can say it. I respect Acker. We don't always get along, but I respect him. I respect Dan. Like all of these people that are like bickering amongst each other, it's just driving me nuts, dude. And then like, oh, there's division in the community. Like this community was well before any of us came around. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not one person that makes a community. And then that's all separate. Like I respect whatever, but everybody's corners. I respect it. You know what I mean? I can be friends with everybody. Luckily, no one's ever talked trash about any one of them behind my back. But it's the bandwagons, right? It's the bandwagons. So
There's my boy.
the company to be named later is one of them. You didn't earn the video, but that direct shot of having somebody tase Acker is wrong, dude. That's shitty. Is what that you're a shitty person for that.
That was taken
That's
out
correct.
of context.
But anyway, I just hate the bandwagon, man. Like
I'll be right back.
grow beards.
I'll be right back.
We
There's a
grow
couple of them
beards,
out there,
bro.
though.
We review beard products. Go to another community and see if everybody gets along like we do. Like, I'm just a big fan of helping people out, and I don't like bullies. It pisses me off.
Yeah. I think that's
It's
where I
hateful.
stand.
Like, I think Devin, I know Tevin gets it. Like, Tevin's a really peaceful dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's pretty chill, except if you're a bowl of spaghetti, then you got something coming. But like, I don't know, man. It hurts my feelings to see like we're brothers. Like I believe in brotherhood, and for people to ride the bandwagon. Here's another one. How are you going to put out beard reviews and then say beard reviews are stupid?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't
saw
make a
that.
whole freaking
I saw
sense.
that
at all.
one. Yeah.
I support everybody. You know what I mean? I support everybody. I just think like all of that crap needs to stop. I'm a reviewer. I like reviewing. I just don't
Hey,
want
same
to
here.
do extra shit.
Yeah, it's
It's
drama,
stupid, man. Like
drama kid stuff.
we're grown men. But yeah, that whole bandwagon stuff irritates me. It's like being a Raiders fan. Just kidding, Kevin. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. My mom's a Raiders fan, so I can't say anything.
I won't talk trash about Raiders fans. One of the greatest women in my life ever was a Raiders fan. My grandmother, so the Raiders get a pass with me forever. Even though they'll never be the New York Giants, it's fine.
You know what else?
I'm going to
Nobody
tell you
wants to be the
this.
New York Giants.
Right.
Not even the New York Giants want to be the New York Giants.
I'm going to tell you this. I have had my run-ins with Raider fans when I'm in Arizona and I am wearing a Kansas City Chiefs fan. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs hat, and I had somebody throw something at me in a parking lot once. I was just like typical Raiders fans, just angry.
Eagles
Didn't win
fans.
it.
Oh, wait.
Eagles fans are angry.
The company to be named later just chimed in. You're right. I guess maybe I could have misheard. I wish I had somebody in that area so they could kick in his door and tase him. I must have misheard that comment.
It's the whole. You got to watch the whole thing. I'm telling you.
But
He was
that's just
talking to Dave.
But listen, it's one of those things where, and maybe I'm weird. Like, Joe, you're building a brand, right? Purposely Bearded is a brand, right? Bearded Practitioner is a brand. Johnny Grooms, reviews by Johnny Grooms, it's a brand, right? So that a brand requires a certain amount of professionalism, whether you're shooting in your bathroom, whether you're shooting wherever it was, you know what I mean? Like, I just think that we're men, right? A confrontation from men comes man to man, right? Like, Joe and I have never had an issue, but if I had a problem, if I thought Joe was out of pocket, I'd holler at him. Right, I wouldn't chime up on a live stream, and I'm gonna pull up this video. Hold on, let's screen share this. Let's not. I'm not gonna go that far into it because I don't care. But I don't know, man. That's my rant. I love everybody in the community. It just pisses me off. Like, we need to really do something different.
That's been my biggest issue with the whole thing is that I come from a generation where if you got an issue with me, you come say it to me. That's the way I was raised. And if we can't figure it out, then that's fine. If we can, we figure it out and we move on from it. But like I said, the lingering of all this stuff is what's driving me nuts. If somebody's got something to say, fine. But it just lingers over the entire community forever. I feel like every day when I grab my phone and go on Instagram, it's like, okay, what new drama is there today? Who said what about who? What's going on?
And I know that some guy that Chris, the guy that just left, he was a reviewer and he just said, I'm done with this drama. I'm tired of this. And then just said, I'm stopping reviews and just got out. You know, he's just tired of it. And that's
Chris reviews.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Bearded Chris reviews.
Yeah. And so, you know, and I could see his point. This drama stuff pops up every 3 or 4 months for sure. And it gets a little old for me. And I'll be honest with you. I know that what I try to do is just post something that is going to be a different light. And that's what I pride myself on. But I completely agree that a lot of this petty stuff has to stop.
The way
Here's how I see it is that I'm new to the community. Like, I joined sometime in November when I started doing all this. I mean, I didn't even create my channel until the end of January. But I view this community as a family. You don't get to pick and choose your family. And that, you know, you can't pick your family. You can't pick what members are in the community. You just got to love them either way. I'm not on board with all the drama. That's why I try to stay out of it and try just to love on people. I mean, I'm not a confrontational person. I just want to love on people. It's hard to love on people when you have the split side. I do see the split side. People see this side. People want to see this side. So it's just a family that's feuding right now. I had no clue that this community has done this before, and it doesn't bug me. And you shouldn't be bugged by it. You should just continue to love the community and spread whatever positivity and love that you can.
Good point.
It just sucks to see, and I got asked to step down off my soapbox, so I'm going to. But like, when I got into the community, like I used to watch, I still watch Johnny's videos. I need to catch up on the one today, but like I look up to everybody in the community, right? Like as a new guy, like this is my they're my peers. They're like the people I look up to in the community, right? So I could see how easy it could be if Dave's averaging 600 views and I'm only averaging 100 who want to do what Dave does, but Dave does what Dave does. So I don't need to, you know what I mean? I'm on that whole thing where you guys don't have to get along, but let's just be civil, you know, for the sake of guys that just want to learn how to trim their beards.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, and if
That's,
you
that's
wanna
what this
learn
is about. This is about some cool times with some guys.
Don't watch my channel because I have no idea how to trim my beard. So I'm not going to tell you how to trim yours.
I don't think I do either. I let somebody else do it, but I do agree with you. This is about fun with beard products. This isn't about, you know, all the other stuff that goes along with. But you know what it happens is, and it was interesting. I've seen this with different groups, is that the deeper you get into it, the more political things happen, the more things are said behind people's backs, and that happens in a lot of groups. And it's just sometimes it's human nature, but I've never liked it. But it is part that goes along with some of the being a big group of people, and especially as you get more into the group, you know, you'll see somebody's chat has an idea or an opinion, and then they share it, and then somebody takes it the wrong way. And I think it's taking it the wrong way sometimes with maybe not understanding the intention.
Yeah, you know, you
That's
can.
a problem.
What'd you say, Joe?
I said, that's a problem. It's telling me my phone's temperature is too high to charge.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Well, you got an Android?
Yeah.
Yep. That's why.
Should
I
have
think
Put it in the fan right now.
I think that people
Nice.
can only control their vision until it comes out of their head. And then once it comes out of their head, you can't control what happens with people getting on it. But yeah, I just want everybody to love on each other, man. Like
I
talk
hear ya.
trash with each other. Like let's do that. Like let's just get on a live stream and talk trash to each other.
Yeah, and that's what men do. They tease each other. We tease in Tevin about going to the bathroom in the middle of a stream. That's what we do. Don't, you know, it's about having fun. This is about having fun. This is
We pee on
totally about having
streams and
fun.
don't try to lie about it. Say it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Or-
Who sits down to pee?
I did.
And then soap.
We
People
make
eating
soap.
a lot of
man.
cookies.
We make
People-
soap, or we don't make soap. You know,
or cookie eating.
Yeah, you keep it up, you're never getting your soap.
Johnny, did you make soap?
I make soap, yes.
Really?
No, we
Like,
didn't.
Yeah.
It's a myth.
Don't ask for any. He won't give you none.
right?
Yo.
Right here, this is it. I make
There
soap.
it is.
again, I can throw anybody's soap in a bag and say it's mine.
Right? You got that drop shipped or?
That's awesome. There we
Got
go.
'em right here. Got my name on them.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Dope soap.
I make soap. I just don't send it out to anybody.
Right? You know who else made soap? Tyler Durden.
This is actually Barbados Joe's care package.
No,
If I was
We've
gonna
been
see
sitting there
him,
for months
see,
now.
now we know where we rank.
if I was gonna see him this weekend, this is what he would have got. He would have got all my soap.
Uh-oh.
I got at least 12 pounds of soap cut up into bars.
Hey, practitioner. How much longer are we going? Because apparently my phone doesn't like the fact that we've been on for this long right now.
Yeah, I just got a text. This is verbatim the text. You won't be laughing when I punch you in the face. So maybe I need to get off now.
Oh my god!
I
That's
guess
awesome.
we can shoot at the live
What do you
stream.
mean?
Did Conor McGregor text you?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, she said she would throat punch me. That's what she said.
Wow, not just a punch, but a throat punch.
A throat punch.
Usually, sometimes I get a text like "You're too loud," like "Stop screaming." I'm like,
Oh no, not my wife. She'll lay it all out there. There's no halves with her. She's just like, I'm tired of the streaming thing. You've done it 2 nights in a row. let's get on with the family. Go hang my signs and go move my dirt for me.
Welcome
Hey.
to the married life.
That's right. 14 years, buddy.
What time is it for you over there?
It's 8:35. So
It's 8:30. It's 8:30.
On a Friday.
on a Friday, hey, we party.
For us right now, it's 11:30. Like we're
It's
fine.
11:30 where I'm at. Yeah.
I think she lives in England. I think she just wants to live in England and
Hey,
she's taking
Johnny.
that tea time.
Yeah.
Do you remember that you were, I think it was in Beard Therapy when Tyson asked you about putting a fan on a PC? He was like, Johnny, did you know PCs needed fans?
Yes. Yeah.
That was my fault. So I built a PC, right? And didn't put a fan on the CPU
Oh no.
and couldn't figure out why it kept overheating.
Oh.
Because I'm dumb. Like I'm too dumb.
Hey, you know what?
No, it doesn't. Sometimes those things don't come. You don't understand it, and you think that you can just put the heat sink on top of it.
I didn't
Yeah.
even do that.
Oh,
Like it was just CPU and case fans.
oh my
Oh, no.
goodness,
Oh.
that thing must have overheated like nobody.
Yeah.
Did it actually burn out the chip?
No, I got lucky.
Thank goodness.
Yeah,
Saved
because
you
that's
some money there.
a lot of money. Because that's usually around $100-$200, right, for just the chip. I'm an IT engineer, so it's always like I remember making my own, and it's so much work to make your own, and making sure that you get the right components and not buying cheap ones, knowing when to buy cheap ones, when not to buy cheap ones,
Yeah.
component wise.
Oh, Chris, man, look, if I misheard, I apologize. Right? I'm big enough to say that, but yeah, I'm not going to feed into it either, man. Whatever is said is said. It's done. I ranted about it. I shouldn't have ran my mouth, but I love everybody, so whatever. Love, peace, and chicken grease.
You guys ever see what's that? The hell's the Will Ferrell movie with the basketball?
With the basketball,
Semi-pro?
the basketball team,
Semi-pro, yeah.
Semi-pro?
ELE. We only got one rule around here. ELE. What's ELE mean? Everybody love everybody. Everybody love everybody. Right there on the sign. I don't
right
have
there
to
on the
sign,
sign.
But if I did, it would be right there.
Where's the Michael Myers picture? There it is.
It's there.
There.
It's hidden. There it is.
Okay, guys, I got to get out of here. My wife is threatening throat punching, and
You better
I
go
think we
before
stay on.
all of a sudden his screen just goes black. He got drop kicked.
last time she started just banging on the doors, so I'm not at banging door phase yet, but it's coming.
She's
So
about to drop ship an ass whooping.
What you gotta do is you
That's
gotta
what's
tell
gonna
her, like,
happen.
look, remember your breathing exercises. Calm down.
in my house, we meditate.
Yeah.
Not her.
Apparently she needs some more breathing and meditating.
Get ready to, I want you to meditate at least another 15 to 20 minutes. And then when we see practitioner with a black eye, we'll know that he said that.
Woosah. Woosah.
Yeah, that's right. I teach it, but nobody follows it.
That's the worst mistake ever. Don't ever tell a woman to calm down. You're acting crazy because you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it so hard.
No doubt in that.
That's when
You
you
ain't
actually
even
see
seen
them
crazy.
start acting crazy.
Yeah, you haven't seen crazy until you said something like that to him.
Yeah. You know you're in for it. Kylie, back me up here. Come on.
There we go.
I know you
Kylie knows. Kylie knows.
Don't ask me like I know what I'm talking about. I'm divorced and I just broke up with my last girlfriend of 7 years. I have no idea when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah.
The last one said I paid more attention to my beard products than I did to her, and she might have been right.
16 years here. 16
Yeah.
years.
I definitely spent more money on my beard products than I did her.
Okay, guys, I got to get out of here. What does everybody got going on this week before I sign off to face the music?
I got Detroit grooming review coming.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. How do you like them? Just off the cuff, what's your first impression? Just a quick.
I enjoy their oils and their wash a lot.
Cool.
I got
What do you-
Dan
Oh,
Yankee
Tyson's got an eating challenge.
Cool. Oh, awesome. Yep. Tyson, very good.
Big Macs and chicken nuggets.
Yeah, I hear about that. So watch that. What day? What time is that at? Is that on Saturday or Sunday?
I believe it's on Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, cool.
Sunday,
So,
Tyson's gonna win it. I'm gonna call it now. Tyson's gonna win it.
Mhm.
I have a combo of choice up for nobody's taking the bet. Combo of choice. Tyson.
Because everybody saw the cookie challenge, Johnny. That's why.
He's
I've
an
been
eating
saying it before the
machine.
cookie challenge.
My
You
money, my money was on Matt from Bay Area.
Ah.
I was wrong.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I didn't think Tyson. I was like, Tyson's talking a good game right now. He sounds like he has some knowledge.
He really can't eat like that.
Yeah. So, Tevin, what do you got going on?
So my collaboration with Jolly Old Fat Man, that just dropped. So here soon, I'm about to receive that, post about it, hype it up because there's like only 11 left. And then I got to test out Broke Ass Beard Supply Company's new butters. This is the first time I get to try their butters. And then I will put out a review on that. And as far as other videos, I'm not sure. I have to look at what I receive. I usually do a video the time I received it. So the first product that I receive is usually the video that I put out first.
Awesome. Cool. What do you got going on, Mr. Joe?
May 17th, 8:30, auction. All the money goes to the Children's Tumor Foundation. 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Review-wise, I have no idea because my partner is too busy smelling Pop-Tarts and hanging out in pirate bars to get over here and actually do some reviews. So
He's in the corner of the pirate bar with the.
I can't laugh too hard. I get throat punched. What do you got going on, Johnny?
You don't be.
You know when you open the door.
You don't be happy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be reviewing some Damn Yankee. If this would
Damn.
Is that the
Nice.
structure set?
yeah, this is from the structure set. This is my favorite fragrance. Uptown's my favorite one out of all of them. I have all of
Which
them.
one is it?
Uptown's my favorite.
I haven't
Oh,
tried
okay.
it yet. So I'll be watching that review, Johnny, to see what you
Yeah.
think.
I've reviewed Damn Yankee before, but this is for their structure series. All essential.
That's
ones.
all essential oils, right?
Sorry, what now?
That's all essential oils, right?
Yeah, they're all
That's,
essential.
that's cool.
The
That's
oil.
cool. Yeah, that's cool.
I think there's fragrance oils in the butter. Yes.
Cool. I am trying out some howling. That's what I'm testing right now this week. I got some reviews to drop out. I'm doing Boston and Tucker tomorrow. I'm dropping that. I have to do one for Said. We did his discussion, but I still want to do a review for him. I like his stuff a lot. And then still got some stuff going on. Next week is I think it's I don't know what it is. I think it's actually Chesapeake next week is my testing. So after I get
Nice.
done with howling, I'm doing Chesapeake. So cool. Thank you guys for coming on in. Thank you for hanging. I appreciate all of this discussion. This is all I so welcomed. I'm always so happy to have so many people join us and with definitely different opinions and different thoughts. I love it. That's what we're all about here is having those bigger discussions and, peace, love, and hopefully some big things will come out of this where we're, growing a little bit. So have a good night, guys. I hope I don't die in a few minutes. So if you don't hear from me in a bit, you know that I might have had a tire iron.
See you later, guys.
See you guys.
Hey.